Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Tuesday night from Los Angeles, California, man. Hope everyone's doing well. I don't think I've done a show since Friday, so I hope everyone had a great weekend, man. I hope you had a good Monday, great Tuesday, and hoping to have a good Tuesday night here. So shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Greatly appreciate y'all, man. And we're here to talk some Los Angeles Lakers, man. Some LeBron James, JJ Redick, and the lack of things that they got going on right now. And the lack of what's going on right now is creating no lack of anger and frustration from a lot of Laker fans. So we're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on the front office. We're going to touch on, like I said, the star players, some other teams, and just cover all the bases here, man. So like I said, hope y'all doing well. As you all know by now, this happened over the weekend. I haven't done a show since, so had this video ready for the weekend, just haven't really had a chance to pull up. But we all know that LeBron James took that 1+1 deal with a no trade clause, 15% trade kicker. If the event that he does waive his no trade clause, he gets that discount and more back. That's in there, and he's kind of going to take it year by year from here on out as far as his playing career goes. Whether this is his last year or next year or the year after that, we'll wait and see. We will have to wait and see. But we know for sure he's playing at least one more year. And Bronny James will also be around for that year, most likely in the G League for the most of it. And now it's about what can the Los Angeles Lakers do to fill out the remainder of this roster, as they've been kind of handcuffed a little here by the CBA. A lot of teams are. I know the Lakers are catching heck because Pelinka spoke on it, and people are saying that it's only the Lakers that are worried about the new CBA, but it's not true. 16 other teams in the NBA have intentionally hard capped themselves to prevent themselves from being foolish and recklessly going into that second apron. So it's not just the Lakers. They just came out and said it, but majority of the league, when you got Steve Ballmer bulking at it, when you got Joe Lacob bulking at it, and you got these other teams that were living in that second apron, when you got Denver running away from it, it's not just the Lakers, y'all. I've been telling y'all for months that the true, real boogeyman of this new CBA was coming this summer. Like I said, a lot of people on the internet were trying to act like they knew the CBA. They don't. And it's here. And it is causing all kinds of havoc. And we knew that was going to happen. And here we are. And I think the Lakers can still benefit from that. I know it sounds crazy because Laker Nation is kind of almost like infomercial product fan base, like that. They want that instant gratification, too good to be true. We want it all. We want it now. We want it for cheap, right? But it's not the way it goes. And while I'm going to reserve judgment on fully slamming and blaming this front office until I know where we stand opening night, if this is the same exact team come opening night, yeah, I'm not going to be happy. But I also know we have until opening night. Nothing's an emergency as far as getting a deal done that has to be done this minute. If there's something they're working on that may take some weeks to get done, there are some things that there's a lot of things that come up throughout negotiations and talking with teams. Some executives start going on vacation after summer league. There's a good few weeks where the league kind of just dies down and gets quiet, and then things pick up again heading into training camp and around there. So there could also be that a portion of it. If nothing gets done now, teams like Portland and Jeremy Grant, Brooklyn with Cam Johnson and DFS, and those guys aren't really in a rush to do anything, whether it's done now or later. Doesn't really alter anything they got going on, what Utah's got going on. But LeBron's situation and what he did, that deserves credit. It absolutely deserves credit. He took less than the max, slightly, obviously, to ensure that they stayed below that second apron. They still cannot even sign a minimum player without triggering that second apron. So you got three guys at the bottom of this roster of Cam, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood, who at any point might be out of here, because that's about over $9 million in money. And in the end, they may just dump them all on Utah or dump two on Utah and one on Detroit or something like that. And may have to pay something to get those off, and you free up those $9 extra million below that second apron. And now you got a little bit more freedom there to make some moves. You got D'Angelo Russell there. That is about 18.7. You got Rui Hachimura at 17 million. Those are definitely going to continue to be two names to look forward in trades and movement. LeBron does not do this unless there's kind of something bigger in play here, as far as communication and then working together on it. Whether that happens and the Lakers are able to complete that mission, that remains to be seen. Rob's going to have to prove that he can do it. Jeannie's going to have to prove that she'll approve it. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to sit back and say, are they going to get it done? I don't know. But I will tell you this, though. Bron has taken less. He had, put it out there that he was willing to take more than that of a discount to open up that full non-taxpayer mid-level. But the problem was all the guys he targeted were not mid-level guys. They were not going to take that money. So none of the guys that he was clearing that money for, and none of the guys that the Lakers were pursuing within that were willing to take that mid-level. And that became evident rather quickly. Bron tried, the Lakers tried, and he even came out publicly and spoke on it that it takes two to tango. And they tried. They've been trying, and it just wasn't able to get done. You move on. He still took less to make it to where they can make moves and make trades to get things done. Someone like a Gary Trent Jr. is a possibility. They get rid of some of those minimums, sign him to that taxpayer mid-level, slide him in there at $5 million. You got a starting backcourt guy, perhaps, so you can move D'Lo now. And, the guy can shoot the ball fairly well. He was much better defender early on in his career. I'm hoping at some point, if the Lakers do get him, he's able to rediscover that, because he definitely has struggled the last couple of years on the defensive side. But if any of you guys watched him in the bubble, if any of you guys watched him the way he played at the bubble, man, he was a tenacious defender, man. He was picking up the Lakers full court, pressing, stealing a lot of basketballs, man. He was aggressive out there when he was playing with Portland on defense, man. So I'm hoping he can kind of tap into that if the Lakers are able to acquire him. And if you get a player like him for like $5-something million when he was potentially looking for like a, $20-something million a year, got like a Malink Monk situation there where you get a guy in on the low and build them back up, and hopefully someone you'll be able to keep over time if it does come down to that. But I know we've heard his name around a lot. A lot of people have been mentioning him. I'm still hearing that Bruce Brown is very much still in play. Obviously, Kuzma might be out of the picture. They want 2 first-round picks. Jeremy Grant, if they want 2 first-round picks, that's probably out of the picture. But Bron did his thing. Bron, was willing to take more of a discount. That didn't happen because they weren't able to get the guys. And now Bron did it again to keep them below that second apron. So they are now able to make some moves here. I believe they have a plan. I believe that LeBron is aware of that plan. I believe that they're working together on some things and trying to get things completed. It's just not as easy to do. Like, teams can't even sign some minimum guys without going into that second apron. The Lakers being one of them. So this kind of holds things up. You got guys kind of sitting around waiting for jobs. That will happen as this offseason progresses. And I expect that some chatter will pick up this weekend as executives and teams and players head to Vegas for the real Summer League, not this Summer League training camp / Summer League preseason that's going on the California Classic. When they get to Vegas, then all the executives will be there. Teams will be talking, and maybe we get some more news coming out of Summer League when there's conversations going on. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But Bron put him in position. Now I'm sure that him, Pelinka, Rich Paul, pretty sure that all of them are out there doing their part, trying to make things happen. And like I said, I'm going to continue to reserve judgment right now until we see what this roster looks like at the start of the season. It's not ideal. You don't want to be sitting here typically in a typical year on July 9th and essentially have the same team you had last year when you went out in the first round, made it to the play-in, went out in the first round. Not an ideal situation, but this isn't a normal summer. This is the first summer with the new CBA. Teams are kind of figuring out how they're going to attack it and what they're going to do. Seems like pretty much everyone right now but Boston and Phoenix has kind of just said, nope, we're good. We're not messing with this. We're not playing with this. And the league is kind of figuring that out now and what they're going to do. And that may lead, to a couple of months and seeing where these guys land after that. But like I said, they're coming to Vegas. Guys will be talking. Teams will be talking. Players will be around other players again, as they are most of the summer. But this time in Vegas, guys will be trying to line some things up and make some things happen. So hoping the Lakers will be able to benefit from that. I do not expect this to be the same roster. Obviously, going into next season, I expect there to be more than just a change or two, I would hope. If not, like I said, I'm not going to be loving that, and we'll have conversations about that then. There's plenty of other people kind of freaking out on that right now. I don't need to. They can hold it down on that front now. I'm going to wait and see what happens because I don't believe this will be the team that starts the season. I just don't believe it. If it is, then I'm wrong, but I don't believe this is going to be the team to start the season. But shout out to y'all for tuning in. As I mentioned, man, I appreciate you. Fofo, what's going on, man? Says, what's up, Jeff? Somebody wake up. Rob, got a strong feeling we're seeing the same team next season. Shaking my head. I don't think we're going to see the same team, man. I think we may have maybe half the same team, or maybe even 3/4 of the same team. But I think there's going to be some changes. Definitely. I'm not convinced D'Lo's coming back. Not convinced D'Lo and Rui are back. Not even convinced that any of those 3 minimum guys are back. Maybe Jackson Hayes. That's about it. I think Christian Wood and Cam Reddish could be out of here, and JHS may be out of here. Like I said, D'Lo, Rui. So those are 4 or 5 guys right there. And I think there's a pretty good to strong chance that those guys are going to be discussed and may get moved. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Lucky going crazy here in the background. I apologize. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. What's going on, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Make sure to go subscribe to him. He's got a channel as well. Appreciate you as always, man. This offseason is boring for Laker fans. It's boring for a lot of fans, Daniel Berry. And you're right, Laker fans included, but it's boring for a lot of fans. There's a lot of things going on right now, man. If you're a fan of the Chicago Bulls, you lost DeRozan, you lost Caruso. Not a lot of excitement there. Kind of boring. Brooklyn, you trade Mikal Bridges. Nothing added to your team to be excited for next year, right? What's Miami doing? It's kind of boring over there right now. Minnesota has done really nothing. They did something in the draft. They moved up. They got a young point guard. But outside of that, Denver, okay, letting go of KCP, trading away Reggie Jackson. Like rumors about Westbrook hasn't happened. So that's kind of boring on there, right? You're sitting here and you're thinking about, okay, Utah's got Markkanen, it's got Sexton, got Kessler, looking for picks, talking to all kinds of teams. Nothing really happening. It's kind of boring there too, right? So there's a lot of things going on here. Houston wanted out there go trade for stars, talking about Kevin Durant, talking about all these different things. Nothing going on there. It's kind of boring, right? So, like I said, it's not just for Laker fans. I always try to let you guys see the whole landscape and the bigger picture, that this is just not happening to the Lakers. And if you go around, you guys know I'm always telling you, pull up around these other channels, man. Pull up and listen to these other channels covering other teams, and you're hearing a lot of the same things. A lot of teams are sitting around waiting. What is next? What is happening? But the CBA is got teams thinking a little differently right now. Some teams are not. Like some teams are just saying, whatever, we're still paying people. We're still going to pay people, right? Look what New York did, right? Detroit over here getting Cade and Cunningham, ridiculous money, right? Some teams are still spending it, right? But other teams are kind of taking the wait and see approach. And I think that's a smart thing to do going into this new agreement here. I think that's the right thing to do. Wait and see. Maybe some of these teams start panicking on some of these deals. Maybe some of these teams start taking less money on the dollar like Atlanta did with DeJounte Murray. Maybe you can get a deal. Maybe you can get a bargain. Right now, everyone was playing it as a seller's market, but the buyers determine the seller's market. It's only a seller's market if there's buyers willing to spend. And right now, there's a bunch of sellers trying to sell, but the buyers aren't buying until that price comes down. And right now, you can almost see it teetering towards a little bit of a buyer's market. And we'll wait to see if that actually fulfills itself. But it's actually kind of swaying that way right now. It is. So we got Silver Sky. What's going on? Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you indeed. Absolutely. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone on YouTube, everyone on Twitter as well. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all in the building, man. Rob, salute to you, bro. Hope you're having a good one. Shan, what's up, man? I can finally eat again. I'm blessed. Hey, man. How about that, man? Eating is a blessing. So happy you were able to eat, man. Shout out to you. Let's see. Mr. Laidback 808 says, salute, Jeff. I wouldn't mind if they can do a trade with Utah, Kessler, and Sexton for a first round of some players. That wouldn't be a bad deal. Just everything we've heard is they wanted a first for each one of those players, and the Lakers aren't giving Utah 2 picks for that. So if they come off those demands, then maybe. But keep an eye on Kessler. I think if they decide to move him, the Lakers are going to make an effort at it. But I think Utah, went from probably not considering trading Lauri Markkanen and then seeing what happened in Brooklyn and saw what the Knicks offered up for that pick. Thought maybe we can cash in big here. Maybe we can get a whole bunch of things for Markkanen, cash in on it. We're not shopping him. We're not saying, hey, we want to get rid of this guy, or not even actively saying we're trading him, but they're listening to calls. And we heard that the Warriors offered their 2 picks. They turned that down. We heard that there's 3 picks out there for him right now, and they've turned that down. So you got to imagine that if they turn down, and this is just, I don't know. I obviously don't know. These are just the reports. If they've turned down 3 picks for him, then the Lakers are out. They have no way of getting involved there, right? Unless that's not true, or unless it's a team that they don't value team or teams that they don't value those picks as much as they value the Lakers picks later on, which could be true as well. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that. Fofo says Rob should stop and save himself a face if he has nothing during the summer. Yeah, if Rob doesn't pull off anything during the summer, then he's obviously going to have some explaining to do. But again, I understand there's plenty of people who are already past frustration. I get it. I can read a room, right? There's plenty of people already extremely frustrated or have given up on him. And all I can say is there was a lot of people doing that in the summer of 2019 when he got Anthony Davis. Like there was already a lot of people. There was a lot of people doing that in the summer of 2022. And he waited it out to the trade deadline, moved Russ, and we got to the Western Conference Finals. We've been here before with Rob, of them getting frustrated. Rob has made moves that have been solid and great. His ability to sustain a roster, to let this team have a 2, 3, 4-year run with a solid roster is his flaw. Now, can he fix that this time around? That remains to be seen. I have no idea, right? Because he hasn't shown us he could do that yet. But what I'm saying, though, is he has proven to be able to get things done before. He's also proven to mess things up royally before. So we're going to have to wait and see on it. As of right now, like I said, there's plenty of other people that have jumped off the bridge. I'm going to stay up here a little while longer and see what they're able to pull off with Rob, Braun, and Clutch all working together, trying to get some things done here. Shan says Lakers should do a deal with Orlando, Suggs, and Wendell for Vando, Gabe, first and a second. I haven't, it's funny, man. I haven't, you would think that Wendell Carter would be available now, considering the moves that they've made. But I've literally heard nothing from his name coming up being linked to them. Nothing. So I've heard on the internet, we've heard people on panels, people on channels, but I've literally heard nothing in league circles of that even being mentioned. Doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't mean it won't be talked about. Like I said, they'll all be in Vegas this weekend talking shop. So maybe that's a conversation that comes up at some point. But as far as I've asked, and then I've got that back from nobody. Same thing with the Charlotte situation with Nick Richards. I've got that from nobody. No one's like, I've heard nothing. And like I've talked to people that cover Charlotte, nothing. Just no link to them right now. But doesn't mean there won't be in the future. I just got nothing on it right now. Just doesn't appear to be. Shan says D'Lo, JHS for Bruce Brown, then Rui for DFS. That wouldn't be terrible. I know Toronto's trying to play like they want to pick for Bruce Brown. That's not happening. So they're gonna wait that out, and I think they could get Bruce Brown. I know you guys are already calling me his agent and all this stuff. I just know that every time I talk to people, his name is constantly coming up, constantly, and it has been since last July. Rob Pelinka and the Lakers and Braun have, for over a year now, been trying to get Bruce Brown. That has not stopped. His salary complicates things a little bit more. However, if you can take two guys off your books and you can get him in, and like I said, even if you bring him back next year, it's going to be at a much lower number. And we saw what he's been able to do on a contending team. We've seen what he's been able to do. And if we can get that version of Bruce Brown on this team, that would help this team tremendously. But I'm not giving up a first for Bruce Brown, even though I want him on this team. I'm not paying that. I'm not overpaying for a player that I want just because I want him. Like, it's got to be smart. So if you can get that deal done, then you try to go after and you do that. But I don't mind that. So D'Lo, JHS for Bruce Brown, then Rui for DFS, and they're probably going to want to pick there. That would not be your defense improves. That really helps. It's not a bad deal there. I'm very curious to see what the picks would be, though. Richard, what's going on, sir? Yeah, I think everything's being held up. Most moves were signing trades, and other fan bases are definitely getting eager. Yeah, it's not just the Laker fans, man. I've been talking to people everywhere, man. Just fans of other teams, people that cover other teams, bloggers, like people that work different radio stations in different cities. Like people are. There's a lot of people, fan bases across the league that are feeling very similar to how Laker fans are feeling right now. And that's what I keep trying to tell you guys. So this is not. They're bashing their GMs. They're bashing their situation. This is all old hat at this point, right? This is going wrong across the league, not just in LA. And we have no choice but to be, a little patient. You've got a lot of different things. This first summer of the CBA, I've been trying to tell you guys this for months. I've been trying to tell you that that while I thought that there would be a lot of moves, I said trades. I go, there's going to be a lot of trades. I'm very interested to see free agency wise because it's a very weak free agent market. And at teams with cap space, are they going to look to do sign and trades and trade people in versus trying to just straight out sign them? So that seems to be playing out. I kind of foresaw that. And that's where we are now. And, you're going to have a lot of guys here sitting here in 3-4 weeks from now when all the money's dried up and they're sitting there and I have to take minimum contracts. And this is exactly why. Well, I was telling you guys every week, you guys know I told you that I was starting to get more and more confident about D'Lo opting in. And this was why. This was why. Is because I told you that it was going to be his agent was going to start realizing, there's no money guaranteed out here for us. So I'm not about to do this and have you get less than a mid-level. Like, I can't do that, right? So I kept telling y'all this. Like, this was heading that direction. People calling me out, people calling me a clown, people calling me a bum, dealing with all that, right? Just for having an opinion, because that's what the internet's about, right? But it was just, it was trending that way. Now, I can't sit up here and say I know which player the Lakers are going to get because I don't know. I have no clue. No one really does. I don't even think the Lakers know who they're getting right now. It's because it just kind of just stuck in this logjam right now. So I have no clue who they're going to get. We have kind of some insight into who they're targeting. A lot of that's been out there already. But for all we know, those conversations could have ended already. And those things came out because they talked, they went nowhere, and now they've got to circle back to it. So we'll wait and see on that. Judah, what's going on, my guy? Judah Rising. Salute to you, bro. Jeff, what's up with the Lakers not contacting DeMar, man? So is Rob really trying to find deals? Well, that was never going to be. It just never turned out to be anything that was going to happen. The money that DeMar wanted, 2 years guaranteed. The third year is a $10 million, I think, guaranteed. So they don't pick that up. It's essentially a 2-year deal. Like I told you guys, sign and trade deals have to have 3 years on them, but only one have to be fully guaranteed. But those guys are going to take a 1 year fully guaranteed on a sign and trade. They're going to want 2, and the third, they're like, okay, CP3 did a similar one. Sorry, not CP3. Who's the one that did the Buddy Hield did a similar one. So what you're going to see is the Lakers didn't want to go 2 years guaranteed at north of $25-something million to DeMar DeRozan. They didn't want to do it, and they were interested at DeMar at the non-taxpayer mid-level if he was willing. LeBron's like, look, I'm willing to sacrifice this big amount of money if you are. So Bron was willing to sacrifice like $16 million if DeMar was willing to sacrifice like 10, 15, right? He chose not to, and I'm not mad at him. I wouldn't have done it either. So I think you guys got to understand, and you got to ask yourself this question. And this is how I knew when LeBron said he was going to do that, and he knew he was going to said that he was going to take that pay cut, right, and get them to the full taxpayer mid-level. One, that should have never became public, put a lot of pressure on the team. But two, you ask yourself this. Ask yourself this. If a GM from another company called you and is recruiting you, wants you to move your family, and wants you to take a significant pay cut, move your family, it's not a long-term guarantee, ton of pressure, and major tax implications. Like, how many of you in your heart of hearts are telling that man yes? Now, I understand he's made a ton of money in his career. That's fine. But he still is adjusted to that type of living, to that type of earning and spending. So he's like, I'm towards the end of my career. I got someone willing to pay me $25-something million for 2 more years. I can't turn that down. And so I understand it. DeMar was always going to be kind of a pipe dream. And even if they got him, how was that going to fit? We still didn't know that, right? So they tried. They did try. There was no visit, as far as I heard, but Bron had been talking to him. They did check in with him. That's how they found out very quickly that he was not going to be taking or willing to accept the non-taxpayer mid-level, and they moved on. And that's why Bron signed that, did that deal, because all the guys that he would have took that discount for all passed on it. And then if you look at the moves that these guys got, if you look what Philly got for Buddy Hield, if you look at what Chicago got for DeRozan, like it was San Antonio taking that good vet in Harrison Barnes. So I always told you, like, D'Lo does not strike me as a Popovich guy. Doesn't strike me as that. Chicago apparently didn't have any interest in having him for a season. They didn't have any interest in it. They got Giddey. They didn't really have much need for him. So while I believe that D'Lo will have value in the league at some point, someone will want him. But to use him to get one of these guys from these teams who are looking to kind of just bottom out, like D'Lo's good enough to help you make the playoffs. Not go far in the playoffs, but if you let D'Lo go out there and cook and get 20-something points a game, hitting threes like that, man, in the East, like D'Lo can get you into a play-in. He for surely can. So, teams are going to be careful of that too. Fofo says Orlando 8 trading Wendell, just reported yesterday. Okay, cool. I've heard nothing on that, bro. Nothing. I've heard nothing on him being available, nothing on the Lakers being in on him. I've heard nothing. The only place I've heard about Wendell Carter Jr. is YouTube. That's the only place I've heard it. I've heard it from no one who's covering it. As of now, nothing. Shan says Orlando got too many bigs. No way they hold on to Wendell. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they don't hold on to him long term, but there's no guarantee that they move him now. You know what I mean? Tony, what's going on, man? First time hearing your show. I listen to the others. I'm digging your spew. Hey, appreciate you, Tony. Thank you for tuning in, man. If you're digging the spew, then go ahead and make sure to subscribe, brother. I'd greatly appreciate it. For all y'all out here, if it's your first time listening or catching Empire Jeff TV, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way to help the channel. We'd greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well, man. Drop a like on the post, repost the post, man. And also go ahead and you can become a member on the channel as well. The first link in the description is how to become a member for less than the cost of lunch. You can become a member for an entire month. We got 3 different tiers. Great way to help out the channel. It's like doing 1 super chat a month. And it is member-only videos, some vlogging. So make sure to go ahead and become a member to the channel. A bunch of other things that I'm affiliated is also in the description there, including the Empire Jeff TV logo tees now available on legendsofculture.com, as well as on my channel. They're available there to buy directly from there too. So legendsofculture.com. We got 2 different Empire Jeff TV logo shirts, as well as the throwback Agree to Disagree podcast, which is coming back soon. Logo shirt on there as well. I'm going to be adding much more. I've had this site for a while, kind of rebranding it, took all the other items off it, and put the Empire Jeff TV shirts on there for now. So we're going to head up to legendsofculture.com. I've also pinned it in the top of the chat here, and that's another way to support the channel. So we greatly appreciate it. But I appreciate you, Tony. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Mr. Laidback says, at this stage, I'm not worried, and we'll see what kind of lineup Lakers are on opening night. Yeah, I mean, I'm not throwing tantrums. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm not worried where this is going, because I don't know if they're going to get the guys they want, or the guys are going to make changes that can take us to that next level. However, I'm not panicking. I'm not throwing a tantrum. Am I comfortable? No. Do I love where we're at? No. But I understand where we're at, because I'm not really shocked by it, because like I said, a lot of teams are kind of dealing with this right now. And again, I understand. I understand we have a lot of there's a lot of impatient Laker fans. I understand. I used to be one. I've mentally woosah'd my way out of that. So I understand where y'all are at, and I no longer choose that approach with almost anything in my life anymore. I try to very much just take it for what it is, chill, don't overreact, because that clouds your judgment. Take it for what it is, focus. You can see them coming a mile away when you do that. And just be yourself, relax. This team is going to do what it's going to do, no matter we like it or not. We have no say. We have no control. So just sit back and watch and wait. This front office is already taking a beating now. It's not like they're not being chewed out for it on a nightly basis. That will become worse if they do nothing further the remainder of this offseason. So there's already like people at the gates. I don't need to go. You know what I mean? I don't need to go. There's already a herd out there. Let them take the hits. Let them go out there. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? But now it's just about waiting to see what or if anything that happens, man. Purple and Gold says, what's up, Empire? Can we keep up with this crazy market? Your thoughts on BI, please. The BI thing is interesting. I saw that starting to make the rounds earlier today. I haven't been really all tuned in. I had a lot going on this past weekend, and so like I kind of started picking back up things last night and today. The BI stuff is interesting. I don't buy into it though, because I don't believe the Lakers want to give him the type of money he wants. That's the reason, the whole reason that New Orleans is trading him is because they don't want to pay him what he wants. The Lakers are going to be like, okay, look, if he wants a max, we're not trading for him. Like we just can't do it. Now trading a D'Lo, money that you don't necessarily love, but then you're gonna get a guy that that you don't plan on paying the money that he wants. And how is he going to be all year? You saw what Klay Thompson was like last year playing like that. And we've already seen him not play too great next to Braun. He's not a great second option. How is he going to be as a third? There's questions there. B.I. is a heck of a talent. He's a good player. I don't think anyone doubts that. But his fit, I don't know. That's the problem. When you start talking about all these guys, I think the more and more and more you hear, you just keep hearing the word fit. And when someone like B.I., who doesn't shoot a ton of threes, he's kind of a mid-range guy, lives in the midi, long twos. He's a ball in his hands, has to get to his spots. He doesn't play very great outside of them. Just go back and look how he played with Braun the first time. Look how he played on Team USA. Look how he played when Zion and CJ were healthy. He just doesn't play great in those situations. Now you plug him in the Braun and AD. What makes that different? What makes that to where he's going to play at a higher level just by playing with them? I don't know. I don't have the answer on that. I don't see him as a top priority. If you can get him for next to nothing, then maybe. But like I said, D'Lo, Rui, something like that. But then again, if you can't retain him, and you've already got questions about the fit, his mentality, his health, at that point, it makes it tough. But I understand why it's out there. But I don't even know if the Lakers or Pelicans would do that deal, right? I mean, they haven't done a deal together since the Anthony Davis trade. So, do they even do that deal? Do they even speak to each other? Like, I don't know. That remains to be seen. Craig, what's going on? Appreciate you, man. Shan says, Rui and Wood for DFS would be perfect. DFS is that dude Braun needs, shooter who can play small ball big and move his feet. Rui fits on Brooklyn well. They need a Brawny power forward. No, I get it. But they want that unprotected first round pick. The Lakers don't seem willing to pay that for him right now. Festo says, optimism, Jeff. Optimism. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm kind of just a glass half full type of guy to begin with. I understand there are people that are glass half empty. Just people are different. That's all. But me, like I said, I've seen it all. I've been through it all. I've seen teams go into the offseason and kind of nothing happening. We were sitting there. We didn't get Dwight Howard till August. You know what I mean? So in 2012. So I've been there before where we're kind of just sitting and waiting and what's happening. Nothing's happening. And then boom, something happens. Now that didn't necessarily work out, but I'm saying like things like this happen, man. When if it comes to being optimistic, that's just the route I choose to take, man. Because honestly, I went into this summer with realistic expectations. I didn't foresee major moves. I thought maybe we could get lucky. Maybe we can catch someone slipping. Someone could fall out of the market. We didn't, because I said we didn't know what D'Lo was going to do. Didn't know what Braun was going to do as far as his contract situation. Didn't know who the coach was going to be. So I went into this thinking, okay, I don't even know what tools they have to make this team better right now. We knew they had the 3 first-round picks once the draft day came. But once they drafted Connect, I knew that they weren't making that deal. So now I went to 2, right? So I didn't have high expectations. I was hopeful. I was wishful. But realistically, like the Lakers went into this summer with only $5 million to spend on the taxpayer mid-level. That's all they had. So for a team going into this summer with only that type of money available, I felt a lot of people were kind of overzealous in kind of thinking what they could get done. And when you guys walk into a restaurant, not McDonald's, and good luck with this, but you walk into a restaurant with $5, what are you getting? You walk into fast food, you might be able to get something on whatever value junk meal they got right now. But that's it. That's all you're going to get when you got $5. You're not going to walk into a restaurant and get much of anything of worth. And that's kind of where the Lakers are. They went in there with $5, NBA-wise. And they still have that $5 right now. They're still holding that $5. Who wants his $5? That's what they got right now. And until they get someone to take something, take a D'Lo, take a Rui. And like I said, I think Brooklyn, if they're holding out for a first round pick, would want to pick sooner than the Lakers. I think maybe the only team that is really zeroed in on those Laker picks of 29 and 31 is Utah. I think Danny Ainge really wants those later Laker picks. He really wants them. He's been trying to get them for years. I don't know how many other teams do. You got to think about it. If you're a team like Brooklyn, if you're a team like Portland, if you're one of these teams, these picks are 7 and 5 years out. They're not helping you in the near future. Now, you can flip them again for something else. You can trade those picks for something else. But in the interim, it's not helping your team in the next handful of years. So you just got to be mindful of this type of stuff. The Lakers went into this offseason with $5, literally $5. What you think Chicago going to do? I feel like Zach LaVine and Vooch need to go. I think they need to go, and I think Vooch may go before Zach. But they need to go, but it takes two to tango, right? And you heard that, okay, they're trying to attach a first to LaVine, and he still hasn't moved. Now they're saying they're trying to attach 2 seconds to LaVine. I don't know. Again, that contract is just, Zach LaVine is not a bad basketball player. He's a good player, right? He's solid. But that money, that dude is not, he doesn't deliver the wins that a guy making that much money should deliver. And that is a big number to absorb in this new CBA on the first year of it. And you're going to have to trade like 3 guys at least to get him. And then if he gets hurt, your team is done. Your team is done. That's why I've said like a team like Detroit should go get someone like him. A team that, wants to put some bodies in seats, isn't really going to win. And maybe he could become something over there as your guys grow and be that vet down the road. But outside of that, I don't know a team out there that's like falling over trying to get him and pay the price for him, especially a contending team. Like that is a lot of money for a guy. And while he's not as injury prone throughout his, like, as people are saying, he does like this last year, there's a narrative out there, and I don't know if this is true or not, that he basically shut it down early. So Chicago's a little tight about that. That he kind of shut it down early, had the surgery, and just kind of gave up on the season. And they didn't love that. So, but outside of that, the Lakers were like to be interested in someone like him. I'm sure they would like the player. I'm sure they wouldn't mind him if he was making DeRozan money. But he's not making DeRozan money. He's going to be making Westbrook money when they got him. And the same problem that was Westbrook was that your third option was making as much as the number 1 option, and his usage rate, everything goes way down when you get him. There's no way he can live up to that dollar amount. And you've already got this base that's willing to just attack everything. Zach LaVine would be a Wolves and Chiefs would just be, the Laker fans would be Wolves and Chiefs closing for him, man. It would be brutal. Greg says, "Does Pelinka have enough teams to deal with that don't hate him?" Oh yeah, plenty. That's a false narrative too, Craig. That's a false narrative. That thing got dispelled rather early in his career. Woj just come out and pushed back on that. That's a narrative. Guys, like executives and agents have battled each other for years. Once they become on the other side, it takes a little time to get used to. But these guys still got jobs to do. And they're not going to not do a deal with Pelinka just because they don't like him, if it benefits their team, or if they can get what they want out of the deal. So that's been a long kind of false narrative there that really hasn't been corroborated by anyone credible in a long time. Shan says, "Do you sense Devin Booker vibes in Zach LaVine?" Oh, man. He's way more athletic than a Devin Booker. They're they're different style of players, in my opinion. But as far as like the way they I guess kind of hang around the perimeter in transition, obviously Zach is better rebounder. He can block the shot better because he's athletic, got more bounce. But nah, I mean, they're both very good players. But I don't think they're quite similar, really. NBA ruined the offseason with a new CBA. Well, I mean, here's the thing, Craig, and this is why I laugh, because people just flip-flop so much. People were crying about the Clippers trying to buy a championship. They were crying about what Phoenix was doing. They were crying about what the Warriors were doing. They were crying about what Denver had going on. They were crying about all these teams spending the money and no one else having a chance. Tired of the same teams winning every year. Tired. Then the league does something to fix what you guys are all tired of, and now you're already tired of that. You get what I'm saying? It's impossible to make everyone happy. Because as soon as you go in and create something that creates parity, that creates competitive balance, that makes it so we've had a different champion for the last 6 years. It basically killed dynasties, which everyone was saying they didn't want. It makes it so it kills the big three era and super team era, which everyone said they didn't want anymore. They didn't want super teams no more. They said to stop the Clippers from spending all they want. Stop the Warriors from spending all they want. Stop these guys from spending all they want. And they went and they did that. And now people are unhappy with it. We can't have it both ways, y'all. I'm not talking about you in specific, Craig. I'm just saying there's a lot of people talking about that. But you guys have been asking about this for years. Years. So let's not be those people that ask for the birthday gift and get it and you don't want it no more. Because that's exactly what's happening right now. For years, everyone has been asking for this new CBA. Go back and watch all the streams from when this CBA was announced and watch everyone acting like it was Christmas morning up in here. You're welcome. Warren's, what's going on? Warren said Eddie looked good against Edie. Looked good against Kessler in the Summer League game. Yeah, I heard. I didn't see it. I'll be honest, I was busy. I didn't even check it. But I heard, good things about it. I think he's going to be a solid big. I don't know what his ceiling is, but I think his size, I think he's going to be solid. We'll see what he becomes. But that's a huge dude, man. LA for life. What's going on, man? Orlando reporter said they ain't trading him. Magic like their center and backup centers. Yep. That's what multiple people are saying in the chat today. Appreciate you, LA for life. Nicholas Clark, what's up, my guy? Does it seem like Lakers making a trade anytime soon? Teams trying to fleece Lakers sucks. Yeah, that's another thing is you don't make a deal just to make a bad deal, because the same people who are screaming at you to make a deal are going to act like they never wanted you to make a deal and then criticize you for making the deal, right? This is what the Lakers are dealing with. So don't make a deal unless it makes the team better, point blank, period. I wouldn't do one either. I would never do a trade just to make a trade. And like I said, Rob did not trade Russ when we wanted him to. He did it when it benefited the team. And that's what he's going to do here. And hopefully, and I don't know, hopefully he gets it right. Chris, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you, man. He said, just get Bruce Brown already. They're trying, Chris. They're trying. But again, two to tango, my guy. Nicholas says, low-key concerned about Connect 4, hoping he can turn things around. Oh, man, it's way too early, man. Way too early. Let's see what this guy looks like in training camp when he gets a full summer to work out at the Lakers facility, gets in there playing against NBA guys. Give him time. It's we're not JHSing him yet. We're not doing that, Nicholas. 1 second, yo. We're not JHSing him yet, man. We can't be giving up on people in the Summer League preseason, right? The Cali Classic of all places. Nah, we can't do that. We can't do that. Let's Talk Podcast. What's going on, man? What is your ideal outcome, Jeff? Or what moves would you try to do? Keep doing your thing, bro. Appreciate you. Let's Talk Podcast. You know what? Anything that makes this team better defensively. So, like I said, someone like a DFS, someone like a Bruce Brown, those guys I kind of lean towards more because we've seen what Bruce Brown did in the playoffs with Denver. We've seen what he was able to do with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. Like, he plays off of top-tier guys well. He gives you that edge. We need dogs. A 3-and-D wing, someone like DFS to go with someone like a Vando. If you have someone like a Bruce Brown. Like, these things get me excited about a roster when you've got players you can switch, guys that can hit threes on top of playing defense. Now someone like a Austin Reeves can get out there and cook offensively and not get just destroyed for what he's not doing on defense because they're having him guard wings playing out of position and having him and D'Lo in the backcourt. Austin will compete. He just doesn't have the athletic ability. He don't have the skill set on defense, but he makes the effort. But D'Lo just picks and chooses when to make the effort, but he's got more ability, longer reach, more length. But he just doesn't give the effort that someone like Austin Reeves does. And Austin still gets cooked even with effort because he just doesn't have the skill set defensively to be able to hang with these guys, right? And even his offense, he can, he's herky jerky, he's got some little Nash Ginobili in there that can free him up, but he's still not blowing people by on athleticism. That's more skill, anticipation, intelligence. Like, there's kind of a bunch of things he's incorporating within his game to get him open or get to the free throw line. And guys are so locked in on trying to shut him down because they don't, they're just guys don't like Austin Reeves. So he uses that ants kind of against them. And, but you can't do that on defense like you can on offense. So you get like a Bruce Brown and a DFS out there, man. And it's that's game changing for the Lakers, man, because you got 3 legitimate defensive guys in your starting lineup with Bruce Brown, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Anthony Davis, which will make Braun a better defender and will make Austin Reeves a better defender. So I like that starting lineup. Now, I don't know how realistic those moves are, and if the Lakers will be able to pull those off. That something like that would be ideal. Add some point of attack defense and to this starting lineup. And I think that helps preserve AD and Braun and get some type of big off the bench, like a bruising big off the bench. AD is going to be the 5. He's going to be the starting 5. He's going to play the majority of his minutes at the 5. That just is what it is. But we need a good big off the bench. Bloodhound, what's up, brother? 3 problems with the team. Just under the second apron. Yep. No free roster spots. Only 3 assets, team value, 2 first-round picks, Austin Reeves. Yep. Obviously teams would value Max Christie, but he's not able to be traded right now. I think teams would value Connect, but I don't think the Lakers have any interest in trading him. And outside of that, yes, I do agree with you. LA for Life says, teams see how desperate the Lakers are. They're taking full advantage. Question, you think Dunn is still available? Clippers haven't confirmed his sign and trade yet. I think he's available. I think there could be, there's a lot of things that can happen with that. They could be holding it up because they're doing another deal first, or they're trying to expand that deal and work it in. So he's committed. They've committed. It's more than likely working on another deal to slide that in, just logistics of it. And that may have to wait a little bit longer, but I don't believe he's available. Why haven't the Lakers trade Reddish for a roster spot and cap space for Chen Jr.? Seems like a no-brainer. Well, Nicholas, I mean, they might. Here's the thing. If they've got the commitment from Gary Trent Jr. already, and they know they have that, then there's no rush for it, right? If they know they have it, and then you got teams like, okay, they have to move him to sign him. Now we can fleece them. So maybe they're keeping that under wraps, maybe waiting, trying to construct a bigger deal where those guys go out. They don't want to tip their cap any more than they already have this offseason. So that there could be something there, Nicholas, that's already agreed to. I don't know. And them holding off on it, just waiting to work them into another deal is very, very possible. Pelinka giving our player options like Candy coming back to haunt us. Everyone did. Bloodhound, everyone did. Phoenix gave out nothing but player options to their guys. If you go back and you look at the 1+1 player options of last year, 90% of those guys were given 1+1 player options on the second year. And the whole league was giving them out last year, not just the Lakers. It just went against the Lakers because none of those guys had great years. So they opted in. And just this new CBA. Guys now wanting to start over bird rights and not having to fight for a minimum on a new team, rather be traded, keep some type of rights there. But at the end of the day, that 1+1 player option was 90% of the league last year on minimum deals. Was not just Pelinka. That's another one of those narratives floating around. Trent Jr. wants money. He does, but there's not really money out there. And they're saying that he may not even be being offered the taxpayer mid-level for some teams. So that's crazy in itself. So he doesn't seem this could change if a team makes a trade and opens up some space or figures out some type of sign and trade option for him. It does not look right now that there's a robust market for him. That benefits the Lakers right now because it does not look like there's a bunch of suitors out there willing to pay him. But shout out to everyone in the building, man. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. We have over 80 people in the building right now, only 26 like. Come on, man. Where's Ron at? Help me out here, bro.
Acknowledge me, please.
Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We would greatly appreciate it, man. And shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well. I see y'all there. Like the post, repost the post. But at the very minimum, drop a like on the video here on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Goes a long way to help the channel out. Obviously, you can see on the screen, too, we got the Cash App up there on top. The Cash App, man, $ Empire Jeff is the Cash App, as well as Super Chats and Super Stickers get read right away. I'll get to all your chats, but if it's been a while since you put your chat, you want it read right away. It takes me a little while to catch up to all these, man, because there's a lot of them tonight. So let me just work through this. Now I've lost my spot here. 1 second here. Let's see. There we go. All right. Lakers and Team USA basketball tomorrow. Dodgers are in a big mess, man. So yeah, LA for life. Dodgers going through it right now, but trade deadline coming up. I've been kind of saying for most of the Dodger season that keep an eye on this team after the All-Star break. We're coming up on that now. After the All-Star break / trade deadline, they got a lot of things in the works. I can tell you that. And they're gonna make moves to get this right. Starting pitching is kind of roughed up right now. They got to get some guys back. Obviously, Mookie, Muncy, those guys are out. But they're working on it. They're working on it. Nicholas says, do you think Walker Kessler can be traded for Woods, unprotected first-round pick, and moving pick restrictions from Westbrook trade? I don't know, because I don't know what's been offered for him. I don't know. I don't know what other teams have offered for him already, and I don't know who the Lakers are bidding against right now. But I know, again, they're listening. They're not out here saying we got to get rid of this guy. Utah is open for business. Sexton, Kessler, Markkanen, Clarkson. A lot of these guys they're willing to move. Clarkson, they probably might even consider just doing a dump if a team wants to take that on. But Sexton, Kessler, and obviously Markkanen, they want a good return for those guys, and they've yet to get that. And Sexton and Markkanen were the big parts in what they got in that Donovan Mitchell trade, right? So they like to get a strong return on that to help the return that they got from Mitchell. Bloodhound says DeRozan wanted money. He got 3 years, $25 million per. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Lakers weren't going to do that. They weren't going to do that, and they were honest with him, and he moved on. He talked to a lot of different teams, and no team was willing to go up to that number. So the Sacramento did, and that's why they got him. Victor, what's going on, man? They're going into rebuild mode. Come on now. They're not trying to sign no big stars. I don't know who you're talking about. You talking about the Lakers signing big stars? I don't know who you're talking about, Victor. Nicholas says, dang, wish Lakers got Zach Edey. This center market is awful. Minimum center is getting the bag. Yeah, yep. This is a fact. Let's see. Casual NBA fan, what's going on, man? Wouldn't mind keeping D'Lo to the deadline and just getting Kessler this offseason if possible. Can't force a deal that isn't there. Yeah, that's a fact. Can't force nothing. They're trying. I promise you they're trying, man. There's no way that Rob Pelinka is just like sitting at Starbucks all day on Instagram, like some people do all day, right? He's not doing that. He's not on Twitter all day while he's supposed to be working, like a lot of people on here are, right? He's not doing that. So he's trying. It's just no deal has presented itself yet. They could probably make the team better without damaging their future in a way that would be more detrimental to them than it would be beneficial to add that person. So that's where they're kind of at with it right now. LA for Life says, question, who would you have choosing at 17 between Dalton Connect or Eddie? Oh, man, I would have took either. Because I think they're both important pieces for the future. I think Dalton Connect might probably be able to play a bigger role for them this year. But I don't think you could have gone wrong with either one. I think Dalton Connect has a chance to be playing out there with some starters at the end of games in some situations. Edey is going to have to adjust to the speed of the NBA and things. I think Connect is going to slide right in and have a little easier transition. So me, flip a coin, really. But I'm happy with Connect. I think you can get a big between in the next couple of years, right? Like getting someone like Connect at the 17th pick, I think you can get a really good big like in the 20s. You know what I mean? A solid big in the 20s. So Connect would probably be my choice. BI isn't what we need. BI doesn't like taking threes. Facts. He's not good off ball, and he needs the ball. Facts. What's going on, Lamont? FYF Sports Debates. Brooklyn isn't trying to win. They don't need anything other than draft picks now. Yeah, that's a fact. That's what I've been saying. But they could also make a trade for someone like a Rui and then get that pick and then flip Rui for something else. So there's definitely the possibilities of that. What's going on, Tyrone? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. I always said Gary Trent Jr. You did. Facts. And it may be potentially a reality now. This is what the guys that are kind of hanging around, keep an eye on, Tyus Jones market. Like, what is that market for him? These small guards are kind of having trouble finding locations now. I think Tyus Jones gets something somewhere. Might have to be in a sign and trade, but there's still some very good NBA players out there right now. Very, very good. And the Lakers are just, the Lakers may luck into someone or someone's very, very good. And being patient here and waiting this out, if you end up with someone like a Gary Trent Jr., if you end up with some of these guys. So let's let me look this up real quick. Let me go into let me check the remaining like free agents. And it wasn't a robust free agent year to begin with. But if you look at the names out here right now, okay. Now again, these aren't all-star guys. They're not. But just talking about guys that may be taking a minimum here, man. You got Gordon Hayward, who's much older now. He's 34 years old. So he's not like a frontline guy you're going to be chasing, but a good vet. You got Kyle Lowry, 38. I'd probably pass on that. But Evan Fournier can score the basketball. Another guy that can shoot the ball, get hot in a hurry. Someone playing alongside of Braun and AD, coached by JJ Redick. That's someone that could light it up for you, right? Okay, and I'm talking about minimum level guys here. Gary Trent Jr., a guy that I've been, you guys have been talking about Gary Trent, but the guy that I've always had kind of a interest in, and I knew he would turn his career around. I've been rooting for him. I don't know what his market is right now, but a Markelle Fultz, he's a very good point guard, man. I don't know if a lot of people have watched him play of late, but he's been a very, very solid player. Very, very. He's only 26 years old. Okay, he's a solid player, and if people have not watched a lot of the Orlando Magic, especially the last 2 years, I've been really impressed with him, and I'm very curious to see what his market is. You got Bertans there, again, potential minimum, 31 years old, dead-eye shooter. Tyus Jones, as I mentioned. Luke Kennard's still out there, man. 28 years old, 7 years in the league, dead-eye shooter. He's available. Doug McDermott, Robert Covington, Levante Graham, Shamet, our good friend THT, okay, Seth Curry. Sadiq Bey is a guy I had really liked, but he tore that ACL. I don't even know when he's going to play again. Definitely not Patrick Beverly. Probably not Jay Crowder. You got Justin Holiday. Definitely probably not Wesley Matthews. JaVale McGee's still back out there, but he's 36 years old. Tristan Thompson, Lakers savior Tristan Thompson. Actually, two Lakers saviors in JaVale McGee and Tristan Thompson. You got Keith Morris. That's not going to happen. Reggie Bullock out there. He's 33 years old, can still shoot it. Precious Achua, 24 years old, power forward, still out there. So there are guys out there, man. And it's some of these guys are going to have to settle for the minimum. And the Lakers are going to have a chance to settle on some of these guys. They really will. They really will. Let's see. Got the Jazz. Okay, yeah. Hit the damn like button. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We got Purple and Gold, man. Wendy have the $5 special, Jeff. Chicken nuggets, fries, and cheeseburgers. Yeah. I mean, that's cool, like I said. But where's that getting you? You know what I mean? Like it's a cool little snack. What I'm saying is I get you. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you get what I'm saying. I know you get what I'm saying. Lakers got $5 basically to spend right now. Let's see. I take Zach the first and the 2 seconds. Well, they're saying that there is no first now. They're saying there is no first. It'll have to be just the 2 seconds. And that first appears to not be available. Festo says, well, Rob shouldn't have said they have 3 picks and doing a big move. Come on, Jeff. No excuses, bro. That I agree with. He shouldn't have. This I've been saying. Them tipping their hand there puts them in this position. If he doesn't talk about having 3 picks, then no one's talking about it. This I agree with. I'm not making an excuse. That's a fact. I also didn't think they thought that someone like Dalton Connect would slip to them, and he did. So again, I think that there isn't a guy out there that's worth those 3 picks right now. I think they were hoping for a Donovan Mitchell. That didn't happen. Okay. So there is no 3-pick guy out there. Maybe there's a 2-pick guy and they have those 2 picks now. So he did say, and if you go back and look at his quote, that we will have 3 picks available for the offseason to go after a star level player. There just wasn't one available. You can't just go to a star like, let me get that star player on the shelf right there. Can I have that, please? You can't just go do that. They have to be available, and the team has to want to sell it to you at the price you're willing to pay. So I think they would have given up those 3 picks for Donovan Mitchell. He's just not available. I think they would have considered it for marketing, but Utah wants more. So having those 3 picks and having someone wanting those for the asset that they have are 2 different things. Just beast up. What's going on, man? I told y'all DeRozan was going to sack on Thursday. You did. Those were the reports. But me, because the way this offseason is gone, I just waited out. We've seen so many reports be bogus. So many reports go back and forth. To me, it's like when it's done, it's done. I don't really go with the reports too early on here. LA for Life says, I'm convinced Rob is saving for 2026 Lakers. Will have cap to work with, and Braun will have that player option. I don't know, but I'm patient. See what happens. But with current roster, a better coach, 6 seed. Yeah, 2026, I think, is something they're going to zero in on no matter what they do this offseason. I think that's kind of been their goal for a while now. I've been talking about that for a year. The summer of 2026 is a major free agency class. So, or a major just reset of the market money-wise. New TV deal. I think the Lakers are really, really locked in and focused on 2026 for sure. I think a lot of teams are. The Clippers just entered the 2026 sweepstakes with what they've done this offseason. So 2026 is going to be busy. So a lot of teams that are kind of sitting it out and chilling this offseason, a lot of them have July 2026 circled on their calendars for sure. We are holding them accountable. Again, I'm not going to scream and spit all over my monitor to make some listeners happy. We are holding them accountable. I don't know how many more times I can say, but I'll say it again. I don't know how many more times I can say that if this is the roster we have on opening night, I'm not going to be happy. I don't know how many more times I can say that, y'all. Say it with me, y'all. If this is the roster we have on opening night, I'm not going to be happy. Say it with me so people can stop saying we're not holding them accountable, because I'm not screaming, because I'm not throwing a fit. People think you don't hold people accountable, but I am. Come on, Festo, man. We got Darvin in the building. Lakers need to remove Reddish and Wood to create roster spots for GTJ. Man, my voice is tripping here. Yeah, they do, and they will. If that deal is lined up, they're just probably be in another type of deal. Miguel, what's going on, man? Jeff, is there any way we can get Bruce Brown and Kessler or Kuz? We could technically, yes. It would take some work there, but Bruce Brown is 23 mil. So it'd have to be D'Lo and Rui plus something extra. And then Kuz is more than Rui and D'Lo. So it'd have to be those guys plus extra. You don't have a lot of extra. You have Braun AD, you have D'Lo, Rui, Reeves, Vando. You kind of run out of those 10 million and up guys, Gabe. So there are ways to do it. So mathematically, yes. But realistically, that's different. Festo says Lakers talk too much. They've had some things slip out this offseason. The thing about, clutch leaking that Braun was considering the pay cut didn't do them any favors. The Lakers leaking that they were going to be looking to get only assistant coaches with head coaches experience. Okay, look, Lucky over here upset. To get assistant coaches with head coaching experience. They shouldn't have done that because that raised the cost on those guys. And then you have, sorry, Lucky is going nuts here. And then you have, the 3-pick thing that he said to buy him. 1 second. Then you have the trade deadline last year when they were kind of using the picks as cover for the trade deadline. Now, like what Festa was bringing up, that's biting them. Because here's the thing, that whether that's their intentions or not, like Festo mentioned, guys, other people in the chat, they don't consider alternative solutions. If they hear you say that you have 3 picks to spend and you don't spend it, they're going to lose their ish on you because they didn't hear anything other than you're spending those picks. That's all they heard. But if you're looking for a jacket and you're going to the store and you got $200 in your pocket, you're looking for a particular type of jacket, you're willing to buy that jacket. But if you don't find a jacket you want, you're not just going to spend the $200 on a jacket. You want that jacket. But you're not hearing no one at Macy's screaming at you for not buying a jacket. Man. Rob says, what is your reaction to Braun saying that he thinks the Lakers could probably get a championship before he sets sail? I mean, I believe he believes that. I believe he hopes that. I believe he wants that. I also believe in his heart of hearts that he probably knows his roster right now isn't going to deliver that. But I think he also looks around the league and he sees, okay, Denver's selling. The Clippers sold. Golden State. Like, he's looking around. Yeah, Sacramento got better. Other teams are getting better. But I think he also looks around. New Orleans getting DeJounte. Teams are improving. Houston's going to be better just off natural progression. Spurs are going to be better. Memphis is going to be better. Like, I think he sees like maybe Denver was the team that's kind of their kryptonite, and they've taken a blow here. Maybe he's thinking, Bron probably thought, look, if we didn't face Denver last year, we could probably get to the finals. That's probably what his train of thought was again. And now he's looking at them as being the team that's truly kind of like their Achilles heel, getting dented there. I think he kind of sees that maybe he sees a window there. Maybe Bron sees kind of a window there. But it comes down to what this front office is going to do and what they can do. Will they take risks? Will they get the job done? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I know that I know they're not done. I know they're not done trying, but trying is not succeeding. It's just not. So they're gonna have to wait and see if this front office can prove themselves capable. We don't know that right now. They've made moves in the past that got us over the top, and they've made moves in the past that took us down. Which version of the front office are we gonna get? Now we're 9 days into free agency, and it's not what we'd hope to at this point. And I'll say it again. If this is the team we open the season with, I'm not going to be happy about it. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think it will. But I can't predict the future. I just don't think it will. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. And also, Jeff, do you think that Rob Pelinka will make a move to improve this roster? And what trade do you think will happen? Yes, I do think he will. I think he's definitely trying to now. I think he's trying. I think he wants to. But again, like, it's not just as simple as, hey, I want to make moves. Let's do this. Other teams got to do their part too. Now, has Rob missed out on people in the past? Absolutely. Have they botched the draft pick since they got rid of their scouting department? Absolutely. Do the Lakers not need to put more money into resources on advanced scouts, a bigger front office, a better medical staff? Like I said, Euro scouts. The Lakers need to fix that because that is a major detriment and puts them behind the rest of the league. That is 100% on ownership. That's on ownership. So they've got to get that right because here's the thing. Then you could be like, look, Rob, we're giving you all these scouts. We gave you an additional 2-3 bodies, 2 extra resources in the front office. Better medical staff to keep these guys healthy or get them back on the court faster. We got high quality assistant coaches. Now it's like, now they can be like, okay, Rob, we gave you all this. Now you got till next summer to get this right, or we got to make a move. But if they come into his office and they're like, look, what's going on? He's like, well, where's my scouts? Where's my front office? Where is all this stuff? And that's the conversation, just back and forth. All right, fine, just go do what you're doing. Like, I don't know, right? So, but at the end of the day, it's Rob's job to get it right. And if he doesn't get it right, whether it's ownership kind of not going out of the way to make sure he gets it right, he will have to wear it because that's his job. That's the role. That's the role. But I think he's trying. I think the Lakers are trying. I think LeBron is trying. I think Clutch is trying. I think they're all working together there. Bron took less. He's come out and backed them publicly. So I think that they're trying, right? I know they're trying. But trying and achieving are two different things. And like I said, this Laker front office has pulled off some solid moves in the past, but they pulled off some dumb moves in the past. And they didn't make some of the moves they should have made some of the moves they shouldn't have made. I know a lot of people still very upset about the JHS draft. I'm still like, okay, kid's 20? I'm not willing to completely give up on him yet, but I don't see a star there. But again, how many 17th picks end up stars? It's happened, yeah. But if he turns out to have a 10-year NBA career as a solid point guard, like you had people literally screaming that they gave up on Scottie Pippen Jr. too quickly because he had a couple good games in Memphis. The same people are saying get rid of him. He goes out and kills us when he plays against us in Memphis. And people were screaming at how stupid we were to let him go when they're all the ones screaming to let him go. Those will be the same dudes who bash the Lakers for trading JHS if he turns into a good player, even though they're screaming to get rid of him. This is what we deal with. This is what the Lakers deal with, is unrealistic expectations. But if Rob doesn't get this right, then you can't excuse him because no matter what, that's your job. but I'm not convinced he won't get it right. I'm not convinced he's going to get it right, but I'm not convinced he won't get it right. I still believe that this will not be the full team that comes back. Let's see. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, so I'm just going to call you HB. Appreciate you. Kessler is the only deal out there for the Jazz. Yeah, I mean, I know the Jazz have been talking about him. You know, Rob just got to have a one-on-one with Ainge in Vegas, and they might, and they probably will. I think they're going to be talking to a lot of people in Vegas. A lot of teams are going to be talking to each other in Vegas. So that's a big. You know how baseball has like the winter meetings, the summer meetings are kind of those for the NBA, and I think maybe some things will spark up then, but we'll see. Festo says trade Reeves, simple. No, I hear you, but they're not going to do it. Festo, you know that. I know that. Let's see. Garuda, what's going on? Bronny James 4-point highlight. Bronny James, good old Bronny James. I haven't, man. I'm telling you, it's on my DVR. I haven't even watched. I don't ever get excited to watch the Cali Classic. I don't know if it's me. I just never really liked it. Never enjoyed it. I'll watch it when I get some time. But Vegas, I watch. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. Nicholas says, "Oh, not giving up on Dalton. Just concerned, but remaining helpful." Yeah. No, I know you're not. But like I said, it's a lot of these guys. You know what it is too? I feel like a lot of people who got into like summer league, and a lot of people who never really watched summer league. Summer league. See, I've been going to summer league for forever, for a very long time. Before it was popping, before anyone cared about it. When they used to play the games at late night on replays, like they didn't even wasn't even that big of a deal, right? Like in like the early 2000s, like late 2000s, right? It wasn't that big a deal. What got summer league popping is when the Lakers started having back-to-back lottery picks, and then all the Laker fans started pulling up to Vegas for it, and that's what took it off, right? But that 2017 summer league team with Zoe, Ingram, Kuzma, Hart, Zuba, like all those guys. When Ingram got hurt, like in the first, they pulled him out after like the first half of game one, and then they still won that summer league championship, right? That team, I think, was a lot of people's first summer league experience, and it was just crazy, and the excitement and how wild it was. And like the year before, like with a D'Lo hitting a game winner in it and cursing to the reporter, like that's when it like started to like a lot of people, that was their first summer league experience. And so they got really into it, right? They started rocking with it heavy. And the problem was they expected that to be normal. Like that was going to be summer league every year. We don't got a young core like that anymore because we got Hall of Famers on our team now. So it's different. We were drafting guys second, sixth, second. Like this was the talent level we had in those summer leagues, not 55, 17, 20 something. Like, again, realistic expectations for these guys. Patrick, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Dante, what's going on, my brother? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Patrick says, hot take, Pelinka is a genius. That will be a hot take out here in these YouTube streets for sure. You try to get people to attack you more than they're coming after me. Well, that take for sure. I've had people come at me crazy just for wanting to be patient, just for wanting to wait it out, just for saying there's enough people throwing fits, I don't need to. We have people talking like crazy, right? But that's the internet for you. I just kind of laugh it off. But outside of that, like people, it does speak to the level of passion that people have for this team. And that I understand. I totally get that. But there's passion and there's fanatic. And then there's disrespectful. And I'm just not that type of fan. And some people don't like that. Some people want me to be like as angry as them or disrespectful or impatient or bitter. I'm not, that's just not me. I'm sorry. Like if you're coming here for that, you're really not going to get that. You know what I mean? It's really not going to happen. So I'm not the guy that's going to sit up here and rip my team to shreds and destroy my whole night and throw fits. I'm the guy that's going to try to look at the problem and see if I can figure out how they're going to figure a way out of it. It's kind of my approach, right? A lot of people like that. Some people don't. It just is what it is. There's plenty of other alternatives out there. I don't go to channels of people that I don't like the show. If I don't like the show, I don't watch it or listen to it. I don't. Like, but it's amazing how many people were tuning in to things they don't like just so they can try to force them to think like them. It's crazy. Let's talk podcast. What's going on, my guy? Again, I have the same offers on the table for each player: Kessler, Bruce, Cam Johnson. Who would you take? Man, they all help in different ways. That's a tough one. Let's talk podcast. A young big at the money that Kessler is, might have to take him. But the point of attack defense, which the Lakers have struggled at for a while, Bruce Brown really helps with. And he's a very impactful player when he's playing amongst star players. And then Cam Johnson, a 3-and-D wing, who did not have his best year last year, but he could probably play better alongside Bron and AD. Oh man. I would probably, they're all three in need. I would probably go Kessler because that it would leave us room to do other things because his money is so small that not to confuse him for cheap to acquire, but you'd still be able to do other things if you got Kessler. So we'd probably go for him first. Hit Stick Stepper, what's going on, my guy? Triple salute to you as well. Did see Cooper Flag pop off in the scrimmage game against Team USA. He looked real. It's that target. Yeah, man. I was hearing his name a lot. I've been hearing his name a lot for sure. Let's see. HB says D'Lo, AR, Vando, LBJ, and AD. So that is that was our Western Conference final starting five, which between injuries and other things, Darvin Ham, for reasons we don't all understand, myself included, even though I'm not a heavy Darvin basher, never fully understood what took so long to go back to that. And that lineup was very effective in the playoffs. But Vando was the cheat code in that lineup. Without Vando, that lineup was not the same. His defense that he brought in a backcourt with D'Lo and Reeves allowed them to be better. And without him, we saw the difference. And Vando was such a key to this team, such a key to success. And not having him really hurt this team defensively. Bridges, what's up, my guy? He said, what up, Jeff? I see Rui as a 4. I think he's slow to be a 3 against most matchups. I agree, which means, in my opinion, he shouldn't start. Also, got to find a new guard to start. AR and D'Lo together cannot be it. Totally agree. Rui is also kind of redundant because you got Bron, like I said, Bron, Vando. It's tough to even get him those minutes there. So yeah, he's not a 3, and Bron isn't a 3. So you got 2 non-3s out there, and it just doesn't help your defense with D'Lo and AR in the backcourt. Makes it troublesome, man. HB says Kessler is the backup big, and he would be a solid backup big, very solid one. Richard says still big and trying to get Markelle to inject athleticism to the backcourt. I would like Markelle, man. I've told you, I've been high on him for a while. I know a lot of people see him and only kind of line him up to being that bust at the number 1 pick, but he's past that. He's going to have a very long NBA career, man. And I think he has a chance to be very good still. Dante says, I'm back. Keep Vando still. I don't care what moves they do. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I hope they can keep Vando at all costs. Because of the roster spot situation, are you on board for LaVine? Well, the roster spot situation is not as dire as people are making it out to be. You can carry up to 20 until the regular season. The more guaranteed contracts you get, the harder they are to move. Yes, but you could figure that out. But the LaVine thing, again, it's just you have to get rid of like 3 or 4 guys to get him, and then you fill out with minimum guys. And if he gets hurt, your season's over. That's my main reason. It's not about LaVine. I think LaVine is a very good basketball player. I'm not even convinced he'd be a bad fit. My thing is just financially, it's just going to be really tough to have any type of depth on this team, and you're going to end up in like a Phoenix situation, and that's just not something I'm interested in at this point. Element, what's going on? Fleece who? I don't know when you said this or what I was even talking about at that point. Is Gary Trent a good 3D player? Don't watch Raptors games that much. He used to be a really solid defender when he was with Portland. I told you, just watch those games in the bubble against Portland. He was picking up full court, man. He was causing turnovers, live ball turnovers, and he was I I felt like he was up and coming as a defensive player. And then when he kind of like moved to Toronto, became a little bit more focused on offense. And he has not been very good defensively the last few years, but he has it in him because I've seen it before. But just don't know if he has that hunger in him anymore to go out there and compete defensively like that again. Stay away from LaVine, says HB. I'm just saying, like, stay away from that money, man. Only priority is Kessler. Element says, this chat isn't moving. What are you talking about? Chat isn't moving. Yeah, sorry. Like, by the time I get to your chats, it's already down the road. I try to read all of them, but there's a lot coming in. HB says, LBJ voted best player today. Yeah, I mean, LeBron's the most popular, so I get why he's going to win votes, right? But I don't think anyone believes that he's the best player on the Olympic team. He has a chance to have a very good Olympic performance. But, you know, LeBron at 39 years old, he's not that guy anymore. Still a hell of a ball player and better than most. But yeah, that voting is, you know how voting goes, man. Team USA, what time tomorrow? Man, I don't even know. LBJ voted Employee of the Month by Team USA. Let's see. Get Jeremy Grant and send out the 2 first and connect for Jeremy Grant. That's way too much money. That's tripping with that. Fofo says, we sail with the ship. We go down with the ship, hoping something good about to happen for this team. Facts, man. Facts. How do you feel about Luke Kennard, sniper behind the 3-point line? Yeah, he's one of the guys I brought up on the list that are still free agents. Curious to see if he is an option for the minimum. Teams are going to be falling over themselves for him. I think he's holding out for more than that. I'm hoping that they can get Gary Trent for the minimum and sign someone like Kennard for that $5 million, because Gary Trent, I think is someone, he's a clutch client, and maybe something can be worked out there. But Kennard is someone I would definitely want. If Kennard and connect out there, Rhea's going to be able to shoot the ball, depending on what happens. Like, then our shooting just gets way, way better, man. So you got someone like Kennard out there. Oh my God, that'd be incredible, man. That'd be incredible, man. Festo says, Jeff, keep trying to bash real fans who pay a lot of money instead of holding the team accountable. Can't play both sides, bro. And Lakers didn't just find out about the new CBA. I think he's continuing somewhere. He didn't. I'm not bashing any real fans. I'm not bashing anyone. What I'm saying is, if anything, I'm defending my stance, which I can do. It's my channel, right? So this is my stance on it. It's always going to be my stance on it. But I'm not bashing real fans who pay a lot of money. Most of the people I'm talking about who scream and go ballistic and all that stuff, like that's just like, I'm telling you, like, every fan base has those. Ours is just on a bigger level because our fan base is bigger. So our toxic section is bigger than most teams' fan base in totality. But as far as bashing real fans, I'm not bashing real fans, and we have to debate what constitutes as a real fan. Like, a real fan typically is a supporter of the team. So if anything, like, I'm being bashed for having a little patience with my team and not going psychotic on them. So I'd rather be that guy than the guy who's screaming at our owner. The guy that's tagging our owner online with just disgusting takes. I'd much rather be my vibe than that. And most people are. So bashing real fans that pay a lot of money. Most of these fans don't pay a lot of money. They really don't. They stream games on the internet. They don't go to games. They don't buy merch. A lot of them don't. Point blank, period. I spent a lot of money on the Lakers. So if you talk about a real fan that spends a lot of money, if those are real fans, then yeah, sign me up for that, because I spend them more than most, trust. Let's see. I have no idea what happened here. Let's see. 7:30. Okay, West Coast. Okay. We got Griffin in the building. Here goes this guy. What's up, Griffin, man? What's going on, guy? Hope you're having a good night, Griffin. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're not cranky tonight, man. He's a little rude last time, man. Hopefully you're not as cranky tonight, man. Hopefully you're doing all right. Hope you had a good day, man. Let's see. See, Lucky. Lucky, Festo, you're right. Lucky was throwing a fit, man. He was not happy with something. Maybe you're right. You know what, Festo? You're right. I probably have one of those in my own house. Lucky's nuts, bro. Lucky is nuts. He is nuts. And you know what's all love, Festo? Like I said, I'm not bashing fans. I definitely hope you guys don't take it that way. And if you do, I apologize because it's not what I'm intending to do. I just think, first of all, it's no one in here. I don't see any of you guys doing that. I'm talking about something like if you saw some of the way some people have come at me, if you saw some of the like that's what I'm kind of referring to. Some of these guys, there's no one in my chat that's remotely close to that. What I'm saying is like, there's just so many disgusting, just crazies out there, man. And then you add sports to it, and they think they know more than these NBA professionals, and it's just crazy. Like, I get up here and talk basketball every single night. I've watched it my entire life. I could break it down with the best of them. I still don't think I know more than someone that does it professionally. But there's people out there that think they do, and that's my point. You know what I mean? We just need to chill. The lucky thing had me dying. Gary Judge. Facts. William says Braun should took less money if he really wants another ring, says William. He did take less to keep them under the second apron, William. Shout out to you for pulling up, William. Appreciate you. But they just, everything they tried to do for LeBron taking less just didn't line up. They tried, he tried. Maybe some other players tried too. It just didn't work out. You know, it's hard to get people to take less in today's world. Inflation, moving to LA, taxes, taking less money, lesser role. It's a lot of people got to realize that's a lot to ask a player. It really, really is. It really, really is. Okay. Let me kill. He says Laker fans all over this live ish. What's going on? Let me kill. What's going on? How to backup center from Knicks will be a solid pick. You talking about Mitchell Robinson? I know they were looking to move him, and then when they lost what's his name? Hartenstein, so maybe they try to keep him now. Maybe they do. Bloodhound says Gary Trent Jr. doesn't want the vet minimum. Tyrone, a bigger need is a center. He doesn't want it. But also keep in mind, Bloodhound, I know you know this too. Christian Wood didn't want it last year either. And neither did Jackson Hayes. But they had to settle for what they settled for. It comes down to like, does he maybe he wants to come to LA? Maybe he wants to get in with Clutch. Maybe he wants to, like, I don't know. But what I'm saying is what they want to take and what they will take is different. So like DeMar not wanting to take a mid-level is different than Gary Trent not wanting to take a minimum. I think there's more of a world where Gary Trent Jr. takes the minimum than there ever was of DeMar taking the non-taxpayer mid-level. The kid, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you pulling up, man. Hope you're having a good one. Let's see, they say give him the mid-level. It was as simple as here, AR, give us Murray. They didn't want to do it. And if I'm the Lakers, if I'm giving up AR, I'm probably not giving up 2 picks. So if they would have done AR and 1 pick for Murray, I probably would have done that deal. But maybe they wanted more. Let's see. Let me kill says Empire Jeff. It all starts y'all releasing Danny Green and Dwight after winning a chip. Instead, y'all could have ran it back and messed up everything by not running it back. Yeah. So they traded Danny Green for Dennis Schroeder, which you know, he had a really solid 2021. Lakers defense was incredible. He was a big part of it. They did mess up by letting Dwight walk. They did mess that up. But the Danny Green thing, Danny Green kind of just fell off at the end of the year. He didn't have a good bubble run, didn't have a good championship run. I didn't mind the Dennis Schroeder move in 2021. I didn't mind it. The defense got even better. But the Dwight Howard thing, you hit the nail on the head there. That's a fact. Bloodhound says, okay, now they're talking to each other. Let me mind my business. They're talking to each other. Let me mind my business. They're just bumping their guns. Nicholas says, do you think Lakers can hold out with current roster to make meaningful moves at the trade deadline? You know what, man, I hope they do not wait until the trade deadline. I hope they don't go down to that. Oh man, I'm not going to be happy about that. But, you know, they may not have a choice. I'm hoping that's not the case, but they may not have a choice. We're going to have to wait and see. That remains to be seen. I think Connect 4 will be legit. I think he has a great chance to be legit. I legit think he does too. You said you want Grant. I wouldn't mind Jeremy Grant. I told y'all when he signed that deal, everyone was saying like, no, it's going to take picks for them to get off on him. I'm like, no, by next year, like you won't have to give up picks to get him, to get rid of him. And here we are now. But I like Grant. I don't like Grant for 2 first-round picks. That's too much. That's too much money for Grant. You don't need to do that. There's 4 years left in that deal. He's 30 years old. Average annual value about $32 million a year in that contract. You're doing them a favor by taking it off. If you move D'Lo and a Gabe Vincent there, you've got 1 year left on D'Lo who you can trade. You got 2 years left on Gabe who you can trade. You get completely out from that 4-year deal. You save a bar minimum roughly $60 million by making that deal. So there's no way you should be giving up 2 first-round picks for that. Not even 1 first-round pick for that. So the Lakers are smart to wait that out. They may still end up going after him, but I don't think there's a world where they have to give up 2 first-round picks for him. How we missed out on Jonas? Like what happened there? Well, they didn't have the money available at the time. Like, and it just some of these guys. I think people forget that Jonas like had kind of had some bashing LeBron while he was overseas before. Like, there's been nothing him saying he wanted to be a Laker or anything like that. Like, he took $10 million, probably a starting spot. And he'll be moved by the trade deadline. So, maybe the Lakers trade for him. But what I'm saying is they missed out on him because he wasn't their top guy. He wasn't a top target. They were going after, other guys that didn't work out. They're going after Clay, right? They're going after DeRozan. They're going after these guys trying to make it work on that LeBron pay cut. And by the time that came to be what it was, he was gone, basically. Leak, what's going on, man? What's up, Jeff? Who would you rather keep between Rui and Vando? And what do you think about Phil Handy potentially coming back? Big or no big deal? Okay, so I will take Vando over Rui 10 times out of 10, just because I think that what Vando brings to this team defensively is bigger than what Rui brings to this team offensively. So I would take Vando over that. Phil Handy, I think right now is 50-50 that he'd still make comeback. I know you guys heard something about, he said he wouldn't be joining the coaching staff anymore because of something he was just happy about, but I'm not sure if I 100% believe that, but 2, if you kind of read between the lines here, the Lakers keep talking about a director of player development that not necessarily will be an assistant coach, and that may end up being Phil Handy. So keep your eye out for that, because they kind of left some breadcrumbs there. He hasn't landed another job yet. He doesn't want to leave LA, and he could end up in that role for the Lakers, and that could be his role no matter who's coaching now or in the future. If they establish that role, director of player development, that's his own role. He's leading that, and I could see him taking a job like that. So keep an eye on that for him to return in that role. Dante said, Jimmy Butler with short hair was my first summer league, but NYC summer, we outside. Yeah, facts, man. Facts. Jimmy Butler with the short hair. I think Rob Pelinka want to see Laker fans crying because he doesn't do anything. He's definitely seen them cry. He's definitely seen them cry. Oh, man. I'm still laughing at Festo, the thing with the lucky thing, man. How do you feel about Precious Achiuwa as a Lakers second big? Yeah, I read his name too. Just got to see what his market is. Like I'm telling you, like I read down these lists of names, and there's going to be several of these guys who fall into a minimum range. It's going to happen. And Lakers potentially may benefit from some of those guys. But make sure you guys drop a like in the video, man. 90 people in the building right now, 43 likes. Drop a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Or if you've been here before and you just haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, man. It goes a long way to help us out. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Try to do content every night. We do NBA, primarily the Lakers, but we cover the whole NBA. We do MLB and the Dodgers too. Not as much lately, but as after Summer League, it'll start getting a little bit more baseball heavy as well. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Drop a like on the video. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Also, the pinned chat here, Empire Jeff TV. Logo tees are now available on legendsofculture.com. I put the link at the top of the chat here. So you can always go get your Empire Jeff TV logo shirts as well. Got more merch on the way as I'm kind of relaunching the Legends of Culture site. Took down on the other all the other merch I had on that, and I got some new stuff coming at the end of the week. So shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in tonight. You are greatly, greatly appreciated here. Festo says, no doubt, Jeff, you standing on your opinion. I can respect that. Yeah, that's all it is, brother. That's all it is. I don't ever got beef with anyone having their opinion. You guys know that about me. I don't got beef with no one's opinions. My beef, and it's not even really a beef, and I'm definitely not talking about you, Festo, because there's no one in here. My I guess you could say beef, or my issue with it is people who if you don't agree with them, they are just like infants and they just go ballistic. Don't talk to you no more, bash you. And it's like all you're doing is giving your opinion. I hear a lot of wild opinions in these YouTube streets, and I have fun with it. I challenge it. I never get disrespectful. But there's some people, like, if you disagree with them, like, they just want nothing to do with you. Like, there's some channels that just flat out block you if you disagree with them. That's never happened here. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Don't be disrespectful to me or the chat, people in the comment section. I still almost give you a chance, even when you do. I still almost give you a chance because I understand people are frustrated. I've had several people kind of fire at me in the last couple of weeks. I didn't block them. I responded because I understand that people are passionate. But it comes to a point, though. Like, I could take it. But if I see people disrespecting other people, then I'm like, nah, you got to chill there. Don't do that. I could take it. But my thing is, like, just don't be disrespectful. This is basketball. This is basketball. There's no reason to be disrespectful towards one each other. So no one here does that, right? So what I'm saying is, I just give my opinion, but there's a lot of people out there who just don't want to have discussions, don't want to have civil basketball talks. Everything is just toxic with some people. And a lot of people, it isn't. Like I said, that's why I love my chat. That's why I love it in here. It's chill. We talk, we hang. No one gets disrespectful. People disagree, but there's never any cursing at each other. There's no disrespect. And like I said, even at times when there is, like, I give people a chance. And then if they don't recognize, look, I'm giving you a chance to do right here. Then I'm like, okay, now. Then you gotta go. But it takes a lot for me to do that. Like I don't be blocking people just because they don't agree with me. That's corny. That just don't work for me. Tyrone says D'Lo, Gary Trent, Vandal, LeBron, AD, bench, Gabe, AR, Max, Christian Wood, Jackson, and wait, that's Woods. So that's just basically if they sign someone and don't make another move, right, Tyrone? Maybe that's possible. I think they make a move though too. Kessler, Jeremy Grant, Gary Trent, we're good. So Jeremy Grant would take a lot of guys money-wise. Kessler, they want that pick. So it'd have to be no pick going in the Grant deal. And Trent signed for that portion, either $5 million or minimum. So possible. I don't know how realistic, though. We like AR off the bench and Vandal starting. I've always liked AR off the bench. Because like I said, I feel like he gives you good minutes off the bench. I feel like he's capable of playing a very similar game, whether he's starting or coming off the bench. I've always felt like he was capable of doing that. But like I said, I mean, he didn't seem to really like it that much. So trade Rui and Cam for something. They're going to try, Tyrone. They're going to try. Vandal starting at small forward, says HB. He would be, well, I mean, it's kind of what he was doing when they had that run where it was D'Lo, AR, Vandal, Braun, in AD. Because Vandal could guard threes a lot more than Braun can, for sure. Fact, he took last year off. He sure did. We messed up not training AR for Murray. A lot of people feel that way. And I don't disagree with that, William. But again, if they want an AR and 2 first-round picks, I'm probably not doing that. I'm not doing that. I mean, they gave up Nance and 2 first-round picks. You give up someone like AR, it can't be 2 first-round picks. Let's see. Bridget says, why everyone so low on Wood? He had a bad year dealing with an injury drama, and Darvin averaged 16 plus for 5 years. Don't believe this 1 year at 28. He regrets that bad. Still need a big, but he's still useful. No, Bridges, I agree with you. But I just think just a combination of his past being able, kind of a locker room issue, kind of giving up on teams. Then, had an injury, the stuff with his girl. Like, it's just every year there's something with him, right? Every year there's something with them. So while I agree with you, I just don't know the Lakers want to wait to see if this is the year he figures it out or not. I think they want more of a sure thing, but I don't think the world is over if they keep him, though. HB said Wood will be solid this next season. Jeremy Grant is a bucket and length. He can be a bucket, and he does have good length, but like I said, it's a third option. The guy who eats third, he won't be that same bucket He's not a great defender. He's not trash. Better than Rui. But like I said, I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for him, though. Wood does need some muscle. Wood built like Snoopy. It's been an interesting sign. What's going on, Eric? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it has for sure. Let's see. People shouting each other out. Nothing much while read and hear every narrative possible. Facts. They want to see Jeff's passion. Get him Alizé and Cristalla. Hit his seat, though, passion. Yeah, man. Now, yeah, I mean, for those who like kind of know me, y'all kind of know. And then those who like know me, like me on the internet, like I said, I'm not about to go wild on the internet. You know what I mean? In person, that's something totally different. Someone get disrespectful, get wild. Obviously, I'm a man, right? There's things that like you don't you don't do in person, you know. But on the internet, people just get. I don't really take people too serious on the internet. It's the internet. You know what I mean? There's people I respect on the internet. I'm cool with. I'm talking about the ones who come at you like talking crazy. I don't really take them too serious because I don't think many of these dudes like leave their house. You know what I mean? So I don't even like take it serious like that. But internet is different than in real life, right? So it's like on here, it kind of comes with it. If you're in panels and you're on chats or you're doing shows, I've learned that it kind of comes with the territory. And it literally is up to you how you take it, how you react to it. If you just laugh it off, talk a little trash back yourself and keep it moving, it really doesn't get to you. You know what I mean? It really don't get to you. It's those who have to like get the last word. It's those that have to be right. It's those that have to prove you wrong. It's those that have to convince you they're smarter than you. Like they can't let it go. You can't win against someone like that because they're just naive. You've already won before you started the conversation because you're willing to walk away. So like from that standpoint, it's just, yeah, like, I'm gonna give y'all a gem here. It is a very good gem. Someone told me this early in life. It's a very good gem. The best way to cut someone off or boot them or remove yourself or whatever that is, the best way is to let them think they cut you off. Because that's what they're looking for anyways. They want that win. So the best thing to do is let them think it was their choice. Because at that point, they ain't trying to fight with you no more. They ain't trying to do anything like your hands will clean you out. It's done. And in reality, the real ones know that they just gave you what you wanted anyways. So who cares what they really think about it from that perspective, right? Let them think that they did it, that they pulled the plug. But you know what it is. And that's kind of how it is here. So it's like if you let someone think that if all they want, and then they'll go away, is to think that they got it, or they got you, they got the last word, or they cooked you, whatever. If you just down them, just let them think they did it. Bye. So easy. It's so easy. That foolish pride will get you every time. I don't have that. Let's see. Eric says, I mean, it's like borderline all over the place. It is all over the place. Facts. Darwin again. So, Jeff, do you think Rob will make a move? No way we run this back, especially the backcourt of D'Lo and Austin is terrible. Yes, I believe he will. I believe they will. And now it's just about waiting to see, when that is. Just waiting to see when that is. Chris says, guarantee no one here would take less money to do the same job every day. That's what I'm saying, Chris. Like, you know that. If someone approaches you and asks you to take a healthy pay cut with heavy tax implications, move your family, don't even know if you're going to be here in another year, like, come on now. In our heart of hearts, it's not going to happen. But they want athletes to do it all the time. They want to count athletes' money, but don't want no one talking to them about their money, right? Oh, don't talk. That's my business. Don't talk to me about my money. Don't count another man's money. But we do it all day. I'm never for, I mean, when it helps my team, hey, thank you. But I'm not going to sit here and talk trash to a guy who put his family first and it's a job and it's a career. So people to say, talk trash about Clay for not taking less, DeRozan for not taking less. I mean, that's their call. Now the Lakers not getting the job done is something different. That's something different. But what he was approaching these guys on were taking less. That didn't happen. That I'll always side with the players on. Now, the front office not making trades and getting trades done, that's totally different. That's on the front office. They need to get their ish together with that. And they got till the start of the season to do so. And I think something will happen. But outside of that, I'm not mad at these players for not willing to take less money. We need to get Saul and LO. Facts. Festo says, nah, you good, Jeff. I'm just at work taking it out on you and Pelinka. Don't listen to me, fam. Issue. Salute to Lucky, though. Nah, you Festo, you good. I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling y'all, man, I probably had at least 10 people. And I don't even want to say wild out because it wasn't even wilding out. I've had at least 10 people try to vent, DM, comment, email. Some of them actually like coming at me, right? Some of them, not all of them. Really not most of them, just some of them coming at me. And like I said, like I kind of carry myself as trying to be like the Laker therapy session. So I got to understand that comes with the territory when people want to scream and throw tantrums and they're not getting the response out of me they want. Some people that just makes them matter. Not you, Festo. I'm just saying some people. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to respond to you respectfully, right? Anyone. And then outside of that, they usually, like you just did, Festo, right now, it's like, oh man, I'm frustrated. And you have a right to be. I understand. I get it. Only thing I tell y'all, because whether it's me or someone else in the chat, everyone feels a certain type of way. They can only feel how they feel. I'm very frustrated. Don't get me wrong. I'm frustrated. I want to be contending for championships. I understand we can't win a championship every year. I know this, but I want to compete every year. I want to see a team that I can be proud of that's out there. Look, if you're the 6th seed, but you playing your butt off every game, you're playing hard, you're diving on the floor, man, your coach is out there just getting into it with the refs, like hyping up his team. I can live with that. I can't live with nonchalant laziness, no energy, lethargicness, and hands in your pocket. And I'm not even a Darvin basher, but we need more life. Even our press conferences are terrible, is what I'm saying. So I'm frustrated. I get it. I just process it different. And I show up and I try to do this show in my own lane, my own way. That's a little different than anyone else. That's all it is. Tamika, what's going on? I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Miss Angie B, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're feeling better. She said, hello. I'm late to the party, but I'm here. Shout out to Angie B. Empire Jeff TV's own Angie B. I appreciate you. We've missed you. Happy to see you back. Hope you and your family are doing well. Appreciate you. Everyone shout out Angie. That's what's up. You mind my business. Let me mind my business. We got a veteran in the building. Let's see. That's Phil Handy. Yep, that's what I'm telling you, Tyrone. I think that's the case. I think that's why that position may be available, but we'll see. But we will see. We happy to have you back as well. Greg, what's going on? My brother said, "What's good, Jeff?" I think Handy will be back. I think he'll be back. I think there's a good chance he'll be back. I'm not buying that narrative that he's upset. Doesn't mean it's not true. I'm just not buying it right now. We'll see if he turns out coming back or not. But I think that director of player development has his name written all over it. Now we'll see. What's going on, Robert? Said, what's going on, my man, Empire Jeff? What's going on with you, sir? Appreciate you. Angie says, let's go, fam. We need to support our guy, Empire Jeff. He is working hard. A like and a subscribe is free. Please support the channel. Appreciate you, Angie. Absolutely. We got 45 likes on the video right now. Could definitely do better than that. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Like I said, goes a long way to help the channel and would greatly appreciate it. Almost 2 hours in. We're shutting it down a little bit. Let's see. Trying to catch up to everyone's chats, but they flowing right now. My gut says it's either Cam or Kessler. Cam Johnson, Kessler. That's not a bad take there. We need a point that can stop penetration. You definitely need a point of attack defender. Not gonna lie, got blocked me from commenting because I said trade. I'm not look, some channels do that. I don't. You know what I mean? I can't speak for him. I can't speak for others. I'm just saying myself. I don't do it. Like there's certain channels that if you give your opinion or you don't pom theirs, you get blocked. Like just point blank period. You get blocked. And I don't do that. Because I do believe that conversations and dialogue is important in all aspects. When you have these aren't even really like full-fledged disagreements. We talking sports. It's like talking to people during this Kendrick and Drake beef. Like people are so on one side or the other, they can't even have a talk about it. Right. It's almost like sports and hip hop and movies and music. In fact, it's all become political now. And it's just so disgusting that where you can't even have conversations. Stuff used to be fun. Used to be fun. Oh, yo, you're that ball son ripped him, or like whatever it was, right? It'd be fun. Talking about a team or player, It was always fun. I'm trying to bring some of that fun back. I'm trying to keep that negativity a little bit away. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be passionate. I'm just trying to have a place where we can talk about the team. And if you're upset, be upset. But to a reasonable extent is all I'm saying. So just finished work. What's the Lakers news today? Nothing right now. Gary Trent Jr., they were talking about that today, talking about some potential Brandon Ingram. I don't think Brandon Ingram is a priority or possible right now. Gary Trent Jr. is definitely possible. Kessler, perhaps still possible. Nothing's really changed though right now though. Had a bad day. We all have bad days, man. That's funny though. Blockefeller Records. Oh man. Big baby. What's going on, my guy? Make sure to subscribe to Big Baby Sports, man. It's had a lot of heavy hitter interviews the last couple weeks, man. So make sure to go subscribe to Big Baby. You had Steve Mason from ESPN LA 710 on man, was it yesterday? And yeah, John Ireland before that. So like I said, he's just got guest after guest after guest. Strong work over there. I see that my man Chris the graphic god hooked him up with a new logo today, man. So shout out to both of those guys for collabing on that. And man, just go support Big Baby, man. He's always been a great supporter of mine. So make sure you go support Big Baby, man. Richard says probably not realistic trade, but would love Charlotte trade for Trey Mann and Nick Richards. Yeah, like I said, Nick Richards would be a solid pickup. I just haven't heard that being floated around as any type of reality right now, though. I want Zach LaVine, move D'Lo, Gabe, and Rui, and pick up a big move Cam so the young guys can run. Blake, Christie, and Lewis need minutes too. I don't believe in D League to get real minutes. So yeah, I know a lot of people are talking about the LaVine thing. I just that money is just so high, man. It's just so high. And I just don't know if this one injury and this team could be in trouble. So you got D'Lo, Gabe, and Rui. So 3 guys. Like, man, it's just a lot to give up. The depth that you work so hard to get back in that Westbrook trade just to give it all up again. Fofo says Reeves is good off the bench. Never a fan of him as a starter. I think that is fair. You only in this league for a short period of time. Saying in Australia, you might, hey, while the sun shines, good luck to the players and their money. Facts, man. DJ, what's going on? DJ from Lakers in 5, pausing his push-ups and dips to come in here and salute the chat, man. Appreciate you, man. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. Good dude, great content over there at Lakers in 5. Multiple lives every day. Make sure to go over there and subscribe. If you're driving tonight, drive safe, my brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. Dylan and Villain, what's up, my guy? I can't afford to run this back. Needs a minor trade to get rid of D'Lo and Reddish. No, I agree. I don't want to run this back either. Vando brought life and energy. That Boston game I watched when a strong reminder. Yeah, man, that first half was so incredible. Him in that Boston game, Dante, just absolutely incredible, man. I would rather trade Rui than Vando. Oh, facts. Vando not the worst at all. Nope, facts. I think Laker fans are just frustrated. Yeah, I agree. The same team was depressing last year, and if they run this again, they feel like it's going to be depressing all over again. Laker fans just buy it. No, I agree. I believe it, bro. I covered this team. Like, this was my first year covering them as a content creator. I was miserable. And I still showed up here night after night after every game and kept my composure. Miserable, bro. Miserable covering this team. From December on, I knew this team was done. I said it. I've been saying it. The funny thing was is the people that are coming at me now for not holding people accountable are not. I was the guy all season telling you that there's way bigger problems than just Darvin Ham, that the players need to be held accountable. The front office needs to be held. I've been saying this. But now that Darvin is gone, now all of a sudden everyone wants to act like there's more problems. When I've been telling people this, there are people who are thinking that just by sending Darvin home, they were a champion. That's not the case. The backcourt still can't guard nobody. They still don't have a legit secondary big. Braun is still 39. AR still don't defend. D'Lo still disappears in the clutch in the playoffs against Denver. I've been saying this. I was getting killed for spreading the blame around and holding everyone accountable. Go back and watch the streams. I was getting killed for holding everyone accountable. But because these content creators and these other people found it so easy to just lazily bash Darvin, and that's it, eventually that narrative was going to die because he was going to go away. And then you were stuck here looking foolish when all those other problems still existed. I tried to tell them, but didn't want to hear it. And now they're on here every day complaining about these problems that I told you guys about 6 months ago. But I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Vando is like Rodman. He impacted the game without it scoring. Yeah, he does, man. Anthony Paris trade 2 first picks for Cam Johnson. Nah, Anthony, not 2 first for Cam. I know you trolling, bro. Come on. I know you trolling there. The time Rob Pelinka proved me wrong because I can't see Rob Pelinka will make a trade or moves to sign any free agents. I don't know, man. We're going to have to wait and see. I would be shocked if we get LaVine. The money is just too much. Yeah, Rob, I'd be a little shocked too. HB says, stay away from LaVine. Too much salary and injury history. Let's see. I subbed to Lakers in 5. Nice channel. Great channel. Great channel. Great guy, man. Make sure to subscribe to Lakers in 5. Kessler and Gary Trent Jr. Wouldn't mind that. HB says Lakers will be back and better with Vando and Gabe will help the Hammers fire. Yeah, so that's another thing too. A healthy Vando, a healthy Gabe, right? A new coach with the locker room buying in on a new coach, a better coaching staff, a young guy in Connect that can contribute right away. These are all positive. So you can almost say that like a healthy Gabe, a healthy Vando, JJ, hopefully, or just these assistants on the staff that can make an impact. You could say that that's a big addition. Addition by subtraction and Darvin being gone. Healthy Gabe, healthy Vando. There are reasons to be positive about that. I just don't love the starting backcourt for defensive purposes. I don't love that. That I don't love. 2 words, Jeff. Poor bastard covering the Lakers this season. Oh, man, it was brutal. It was brutal. So that's why I'm telling people. Like, I'm telling people, I'm pushing back on that. Because I'm telling you, if everyone's saying I'm not holding people accountable now, I was doing it all season. I was the guy who told you guys over and over and over again that there were more problems than just Darvin. He was a problem. But because I was saying that there were more problems than just Darvin, the only thing people heard is that Darvin's not a problem. And that's not what I was saying. But you know how these divas are. Let's see. Jeff, what is your assessment on Connect's game in the Summer League? I have not watched a single Cali Classic game. Haven't watched a single one. There's on my DVR, but I've been really busy. Hopefully to catch it in the next day or two. Hopefully to catch it. I hadn't been able to really watch it. Let's see. I haven't been home much. Make sure to subscribe and don't forget to drop a like for Empire Jeff TV. Facts. Appreciate y'all. Darvin Ham was not a good coach. Oh, that's a fact. Though I can call timeouts on YouTube from Melbourne better than that fool. Darvin is never welcome back in LA. We understand that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this team had and still has bigger issues than just Darvin Ham. That's been my stance, and it still is. Mixed Swagger, what's going on, man? Sign Howard. That's not going to happen. Get past Joker, win a ring. Simple. Lakers should have never got rid of the bubble team. I agree they should never have got rid of the bubble team. I just don't think that Dwight will be back in the NBA. Super Mo, what's going on? Said all good, bro. Lakers will be just mid till rebuild. I mean, yeah, I mean, until they show us differently, I got to respect the take, man. Kurt, what's going on, Kurt Affair, man? What's up, Jeff and chat? This is the best part of the summer. Time to unleash trade ideas. They're brutal right now, though, man. We're liking big guys, Jeff. We sure are. We sure are. Alejandro, what's up, my guy? Jeff, I want to take the time to give props to your community here. There's a lot of my God, start over. Jeff, I want to take the time to give props to your community here. There's a lot of great Laker fans here who know their stuff, and it's fun to see their opinion here. I appreciate y'all. Facts. They make the channel. I'm just the guy here who's reading their comments. They make the channel. Facts. I got thrown off by Tome instead of time, and I literally fumbled the whole way down after that. But I rallied and I was able to read it back. I appreciate you, man. I had a glitch in the matrix there. But you're right. This chat is incredible. That's why I keep coming back to do it, even though I've got even though I get like back channel hate and little side comments, and like I still come back because like I said, the chat is great and the real ones support me, and that's all I'm here for. Fofo, let's see here. Fofo says the problem with Ham is that he lacks creativity and adaptability. He just can't he's just stuck in his ways. Yeah, Fofo, he had no in-game management whatsoever. He just could not adjust and react in-game. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. A lot of young coaches struggle with that. He's not young as far as a young man, but a second-year head coach, like he did what a lot of second-year head coaches do. The problem is it's not going to work on the Lakers, man. But appreciate the take, Fofo. We got a super chat in the building. Matt Sports Takes. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you. No comment. Just a quick super chat there. I thank you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the super chat, and just appreciate you tuning in. So thank you. Let's see. NGB says, shout out Kurt. And also, Jeff, don't want to see Austin and D'Lo backcourt anymore. Such as trash. I'm going to be upset if they run this back with the same backcourt. I will be too. I will be very upset. There we go. People shout out NGB as they should. Manimal, what's going on, man? What's good, Empire Jeff TV? Where's Lo? I'm trying to take Mrs. Bus on a date and be her husband. See, I already married, man, but Lo helped you out once, man. Lo's like, he gonna pop in. He won't make his contributions to society. Then he's gone. You don't find Lo. Lo finds you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Lo, man. You almost killed me on that last stream. I was dying, man. I was dying, man. that had me dying there, man. We got Patrick. Looks like he gifted a membership, man. Appreciate you, man. So that's another way you guys can do it. You guys can do super chats, super stickers. You got super thanks, which is like a super chat in the comment section. Later on, we got the Cash App, $ Empire Jeff. But you could also do the gifting a membership, and it's anywhere from like 1 membership up to 10 memberships that you can gift as part of kind of like a super chat as well. Like Robert just did, who's already a member, and now he's gifted one. So greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you guys, man. Love is love, and I thank y'all. All right, trying to catch up to all these here. Okay, got the Manimal. There we go. We got Kurt saying, everyone please like, subscribe, or Jeff will be getting a Bronny tattoo. That ain't happening, man. HB says, huge help with Vando on a POA defender for the backcourt, and Reeves defense improved. That's the big difference for this next season. Max C minutes will help out 3-and-D guy off the bench. Facts. That's another area where Darvin just obliterated, not developing Max Christie. Someone in USA Today, Bronny to make a wish kid to the Lakers. Yeah, that's man. That's people are brutal, man. This dude's still a kid. That's just crazy. You're the man, Jeff. Hey, appreciate you, HB. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. You guys hold it down. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate y'all. I'm genuinely on here for the air horn and Lucky. Everything else is secondary. You missed Lucky earlier, man. He was barking. He was on a little mini tantrum earlier. He was mad because he was cursing. He's upset with the front office more than me. So like he lets him have it. So he was letting him have it, and then he was disgusted and walked off, grabbed a couple treats and just dipped. He said, I just can't do this. So he's the angry side of Laker Nation in the house. I try to be positive, but Lucky's not having it, man. He's just not having it. Let's see. Yeah, thank you guys so much, man. Thank y'all so much. Let's see. Gracias, amigo. Facts. Alejandro says, at what time do you or your family do your lives? Usually just kidding, I meant time. Usually typically a little after 9 p.m. West Coast time. Sometimes I go on earlier if I get done with my responsibilities. Everything's handled at work, and I got a bunch of people blowing up my phone. Like, then I'm like, okay, I can actually do like a 5 p.m., 6 p.m. show. Those are a little bit more rare. Typically, it's 9 p.m. West Coast time. I'm usually the later night guy, which I got to get off my lazy behind and drop the EPJ Sports Night. It's ready to go. Just haven't done it yet. I've got so many things I'm ready to launch on this channel, and the timing has been real tough for me. Got a lot of stuff going on, family-wise, and just priorities and stuff I got to take care of. So, but outside of that, we will definitely be back soon with it. Man. Oh, we got another one from my brother Don's. Hey, You said, let's see, for more, I peeped the food truck on IG. Oh man, those bagels, Yeasty Boys. Shout out to the Yeasty Boys out here in LA, man. Yo, that might have been one of the most fire LA bagels I've had. It's not a New York bagel, Dante. It's not. What is it? What's the daughter's joint in New York again? Pick a Bagel and what's that other one that it's not a New York bagel. It's pretty darn good though for a West Coast bagel. It was pretty good for a West Coast bagel. I can't hold you. Yeasty Boys. Shout out to the Yeasty Boys, man. Fire food out there, man. Indeed. Let's see. I think I know why Rob hasn't made any trades. He left them in charge of search. Oh man. Shout out to Search. I hope you're doing well, man. Shout out to Search. Shout out to my guy, Search. Juan, what's going on, Juan? It's a new subscriber here, Jeff. Appreciate you. Thank you. We will win championship this year. Trust me, believe we will win this year, and AD will be the finals MVP, but no more Austin and D'Lo. Okay. You had me at Lakers winning the championship and AD finals MVP. Anything else after that, I don't care what it is. If that happens, anyone can go. If it ends with that, I'm extremely happy from there, man. Respect to Jeff and the crew. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. So much. Let's see. Trying to catch up here. Robert says Lucky is frustrated, four-legged for baby. Lucky's upset, man. Lucky little thug around here, man. Lucky little thug out here, man. He don't play, man. He don't play. Torian Prince at Milwaukee, betting my money that Reddish will sign there. Oh, that's probably facts, Patrick. You're probably right. I enjoy Lucky's NBA podcast with Airbud, but the language gets too offensive. Patrick J said, I want Reddish gone to create roster spots for Gary Trent. Yep. Jeff, how real is the KD to Houston rumor? I heard it's not real, like, at all. I heard that's not real at all. Guys, almost dinner time down under. I'm out. Thanks, Jeff. You all have a great night. Hey, thank you, Robert. Thank you for gifting the membership there, and thank you for being a member. I greatly appreciate you. And we got another one up in here. Appreciate you, man. Matt Sports Takes. Appreciate you with the 1999 super chat, man. Another super chat in the building. Man, we on fire tonight. You're a huge inspiration. Would love the collab. Hey, appreciate you, man. So if you got a channel, definitely you can reach out to me. My email address is in the description. Or you can get at me on Twitter /X at EmpireJeff _ at EmpireJeff on IG or EmpireJeffTV@gmail.com. You can reach me at any of those. Let me know. Definitely can make something, not just because you gave me a super chat, but obviously I love talking basketball. I do this regularly. So if there's something you want to put in the works, definitely let me know, and we can go from there. So let me know. But again, not just because you gave me a super chat, but because I just appreciate, I appreciate those who take time out of their day to listen and tune into the channel. So outside of that, if you want to do a collab, we can make something happen. Just reach out to me. Like I said, Twitter at EmpireJeff _ IG at EmpireJeff, or email EmpireJeffTV@gmail.com. Appreciate you so much for the super chat. Super chat, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Where did I go here? Here we go. How you liking Bobby Miller these days? Oh man, he had a rough one today, bro. Oh my God, he had a rough one, and they couldn't get him out there soon enough. Yeah, him and Walker Buehler have been brutal, Alejandro. Just brutal right now. Yeasty Boys is a great name. That's some ill communication. Yeah, Yeasty Boys is fire, man. Fire bagel, bro. Man, I'm gonna go get it again. I'm gonna have to go get it again. I'm gonna go get it again this weekend. Let's see where we at. Where people talking to each other. Let me mind my business. Brandon Colby says, I think AD goes for MVP next year. He looks stronger and fit. What's your expectation for his next year? Man, I just hope he doesn't I hope the Olympics don't burn him and Braun out. That's what I'm kind of worried about. If they get through the Olympics and they win the gold and they're fired up, and then AD, if AD is the best player in the world on the Olympic stage, if AD goes out there and dominates, oh my God, I think that only just improves everything, man. I'm pulling and I'm hoping for that. AD, Vando, Christie, LeBron, Austin. This is my best defensive lineup for the current roster. Gabe Vincent could replace Austin too. Yeah, because you can hide Austin there a little bit. So yeah, I definitely get where you're coming from there. Fofo says, let's hit that 2K subs before the season starts, guys. Oh, that'd be fantastic, man. Where are we at right now? Where are we at sub-wise? Let me see. I haven't even looked at my subs today. So we're at 1549. So yeah, man, 2G, obviously Man, I know, there's so many people who start this and never make it to 1,000. So the fact that I'm at over 1,500 is still a blessing and a regular. Had a lot of help, chat, great content creators along the way. And so still truly humbling that people show up on a nightly basis to hear me talk sports. It's still incredibly humbling. But yeah, 2,000, that's the next goal. And it'd be great to get there sooner the better. So appreciate y'all. And thank you for throwing that out there, man. Searchers running Crystal Lake, y'all. Gotta make sure it's kept. It's safe. That's a fact, man. That's an absolute fact. But yeah, on that note, make sure to pull up and subscribe to Matt's Sports Takes, man. He showed a lot of love in the room tonight. Make sure to go check out his channel. And just shout out to y'all, man. Tonight was a great night. Wasn't even gonna go live tonight after Walking Lucky. Was gonna end up watching a movie, but something happened and that didn't happen. So I pulled up. Had a great night with y'all, man. So definitely happy that I pulled up. Greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all can always be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night. Gotta get up early tomorrow. You know what it is. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well. See over 100 of you in the building right now. Like the post, repost the post, comment. Let me know what you think. Come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate y'all, man. Thank you to all for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Most importantly, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for your opinions. Thank you all for your trust and your respect, man. Greatly appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Go Lakers. Go Dodgers. Catch y'all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great Wednesday. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Be safe. Peace.